Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament live stream. I'm just hearing my co-commentator connect to the voice channel that I'm in. Hello,
Hello.
Jack.
Hello, Eminette. How are you doing?
Great timing, great timing.
Very good. Yeah, pretty early on. But I've done all the briefing so on, and they should know
Awesome,
what's going on.
awesome.
Only one viewer is on my stream at the moment.
For everyone, there's a 5-minute delay on this live stream, so basically anything you say in the chat, we can only respond to like 5 minutes later. But please, when you hear
True.
us start talking, let me know if you can hear Jack all right. Jack is, by the way, Wild One's helper. If you're not subscribed to his channel yet, do so. He also streams tournament, and he's an all-round fantastic guy, so definitely worth a sub.
Thank you for the compliments, Eminette.
You're welcome.
Right. Well, where should we start? Actually.
Well, basically, I co-commentated with Fidget last Wednesday, which was great. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that we're just gonna have as much fun.
Well, definitely.
Exactly. We've since learned that the tank we pick as spectators actually affects the spawns for the teams. So I'm making sure that I'm spectating in a light, because the light is set to a specific place and doesn't alternate
Oh,
spawns.
right. Yeah, I'm going to take my Vickers light then as well.
I've
Yeah.
gone for I always forget if it's the black dog. At least the premium.
Tier 8 tank.
That one,
German
yes,
Bulldog.
because it has a twisted camo, and I
Yeah.
figured that would be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Yeah, of course it will be, definitely. It will be sick indeed. I got that tank as well, but I will take my Vickers light because it's a tournament tank. Right. Most of the time we'll be following Legion.
Yes.
They have been very, very strong lately, and they're still at the first place. But as I said back in the Friday Night with Wild stream podcast, I was discussing with other people, and I made some kind of stats on Legion. They are the team which actually beat all the top 10 clans with a win rate of, I think, 67.6, if I remember correctly. And it's the highest win rate out of all the clans. So definitely Legion will be one of the most anticipated clan to make all the way to the finals tonight, and maybe even claim the first place. What do you think about Legion?
They're definitely my favorite this season. It's a great team. I mean, Thomas is back leading it. I think that he
True.
kind of needed to get back into that, because he has been out of the scene for a little bit. But it's just
Yeah.
fantastic to see like that mixture of old and new team together, and skill-wise,
Right.
there's just no. Basically, they're all the way up there. So yeah,
True,
they're my
definitely.
favorite for the season for multiple reasons.
Yeah. Well, you also have Third in the roster as well, and
That
two
definitely
legends,
helps.
Thomas and Peter. Oh my god, it's
Well,
wonderful.
that goes back for me for a very long time, because I've streamed before I started doing a bit more randomly, like giving a few favorites. Before that, I was
Right.
basically consistently streaming R2K, so
Yeah.
I know, so to speak, Peter very well with regards
True,
to that and the teams and everything. So that's always just been great fun. So that just means that Legion is all the more my favorite for that.
Yeah, of course, and well, I mean, this team looks very, very. I don't know what's the word for it. Star-studded. I think
Yes.
that's a really good word.
Yes.
Star-studded, and just I have no words. I really wish for all the best for them, because they have the players which a lot of clans would be longing for these extremely capable players, and on a really good day they could look to be invincible. So let's hope that's the case tonight.
Well, in a way, yes and no, because we are streaming the third place match, not the first place match.
Oh yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, no. Yeah.
But-
well, we don't want to hope like Legion to lose
Exactly,
in the
but-
semi-final.
To be fair, like I've been saying throughout this whole month so far, we're not seeing the most serious of gameplay. At some point, you can
That's
kind of
true.
see them sort of like derp around and just have fun with it. Because they're in
Yeah.
a very solid first place right now. So even if
That's
they were to
true.
drop like 4 places, they'd still
Yeah.
be very solidly in the top 8.
That's true. They're pretty much safe now, and I think the room should be up soon. But then, yeah, of course, like Legion, uh, it would require
Neither.
a terrible miracle for them to drop off the top eight,
Yes.
and I hope that's not going to happen. But we're going
I
to
think
follow
that's even
when.
impossible now, probably.
What?
I mean, if they like even participate, I think it's impossible for them to drop out of the top eight.
No, I mean the first. The group stages. They allocate like 4,000, more than 4,000 cups. So if you miss one of them, that's pretty fatal in
Ah,
some sense.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they must participate in the next two match days in the previous few tournaments in order to kind of secure their place in the top eight. But then because I think we are on Normandy, isn't it? Let's
Mm-hmm.
actually. Let's try and brave the map Normandy together, if that makes sense.
Well, we
Let me
already
find a map.
deduced that the game doesn't really take into account whether you're a med or a heavy when it comes to the spawns on this map.
Oh yeah, on this map, unless the good clans tell otherwise, then we will happily comply to their demands. So
Exactly.
let's head over to Normandy, and I say like Normandy. Possibly north and south side, two possible rush routes. For the north side, I've seen a lot of clans rushing down to the crater where the crashed airplane is, and then on the south side, also see a lot of clans rushing to the left side of B. That's possible, but then because a lot of clans have been doing that, I mean, clans might have already worked out a way to debunk the rushes. But then the CD caps are pretty important for the teams to get some cap pressure. But then after that, A and B would be very important as well. You don't want the enemies to cap these two bases because these two bases are pretty exposed. And if you don't get if you don't reset either of these two bases, you might put your team in some horrible cap pressure. Well, what do you think about Normandy, though?
I think that it's very dependent on whether or not people are going to try and win on caps or just go brawl.
Right.
I disagree with rushing over the plane crash side because it actually means going across two hills, so you're exposing all your weak
Yeah,
parts a lot.
possibly.
But I have seen very effective pushes like straight through base B, which has worked beautifully. So they could
Mhm.
potentially do that, but looking at their lineups, Win is at least not taking a rushing lineup. I
Right.
think they're going more for the cap, so I think that we will see a holding base B, capping base D in their instance, and
Mhm.
protecting base A potentially, but I'm not even certain about
Right.
that. I think they will focus on the B, C, and D side.
Right, that will be interesting. Forgot to make the transition for Legion. I'm sorry, just for my stream, but then it'll be fine. Like you see your own logo, but then it's completely working, so doesn't matter. Shall we announce the lineups then?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll announce Win. Then you might want to announce Phoenix. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go with Win. They're going with double E5s played by Ollie from North and Gabe from North. Athlete from North will be taking the Vicky's Light, obviously, and Kuma from North will be taking the Object 140. It will be wrapped up by both Lays from North and Summer from North in the IS4.
And on Phoenix's side, we see two IS4s, two E5s, three E5s even, 140 in the T22 medium. So, relatively similar lineups with a bit more speed on Wind's side, a bit more troll armor on Phoenix's side.
But then, very interestingly, they have 140s. Like both teams have taken a 140. The 140 is pretty low in profile, so potentially, if you're going for like a rush maneuver or something like that, you might be able to kind of bounce some shots. But then it's weaker. It's a weaker version than the T22. But we'll see how they're going to operate with that 140. It's a very interesting choice, to be honest.
I think we'll see on both sides, we'll see a pair of fast tanks running about.
That's true.
And if I had to put my money on it, I would say Vickers and 140 will win over 140 and T22.
But then you also have the T20, which is really trollish. The armor can work wonders. And I actually watched the RE streams yesterday night, and oh my goodness me, on over to AB side, it took a lot of like the T20s and they bounce a lot of shots basically. So it's unimaginable. Let's see if Sani on the Phoenix side would do something similar.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I do love this map though. It's one of the bigger maps that we have, and that makes it less predictable and less boring.
Yeah, but then it's also very undulated as well. I think it's one of the most undulated maps in this game. And well, lots of layers and lots of levels, lots of elevation, different elevation levels. So a lot to play for here, and we're going to see how Win is going to make it against Phoenix. Let's head up high, shall we?
Yes, up and away.
Oh gosh, I'm stuck. Okay,
so
good.
we
I
see
can control.
Phoenix heading towards base B and base A, whereas as I thought they would, Win is heading for the BCD area.
Yep.
And I think that will give Win an edge over Phoenix, mostly because they have the higher ground.
Right, Anthony from North going a little bit strange that route he's taking. He just went past Rudy and he's now going for C. While Phoenix, are they going for a rush already? A and
They
B.
are.
How is Wayne going to make use of that though? Someone from North is some sort of trouble, but Phoenix, it's going to be Wayne that's trying to wrap around the forces.
But this is a very uncoordinated push by Phoenix because they're pushing someone from north. But look at the amount of HP just bleeding away from Dominic there.
Yeah,
and the way
Dominic.
that basically half of Phoenix is caught by the rest of Win.
That's true though. I mean, Wayne just rotated immediately after seeing that push, so good reaction from them. And now they're focusing Patrick getting tracked and now down to around 784 hit points. He's not long for this world, unfortunately.
There he goes. And then it's just Lace is actually pushing quite aggressively, but it basically is doing the same thing that someone did. The fact that he's basically offering himself up to get shot at, which means that his team can get the shots in, because Realista is now also gone. And Ollie is almost gone, but so is Harna.
Yeah, Harna is going to be down by Lace from North, and now he's gone. But with the dust and Dodson killed Ollie from North, it's going to be 3 versus 5 to Phoenix. And now they're going to finish off Masakota. It's going to be the case for Win, but it's Masakota. No, he can't run away.
Nope.
And it's going to
Dodson,
be 2 versus 5.
next in line to be deleted. So this was, like I said, it was an uncoordinated push because the mats from Phoenix were actually busy capping base A and not pushing along with the rest. And you could already see how this was going to end pretty early on in the push.
Right.
Mainly because all of Win was together and someone was just basically the sacrificial bait.
Yeah, I think one thing that's to note as well. I'm not sure if Phoenix actually rushed in with multiple links. They seem to like rush in one single file, and that might be the case why Phoenix got kind of bogged down pretty early, and then Win was able to just like rotate around. I mean, credits to Win. I mean, they've done really well with that rotation. That if it were other clans, they might be a little bit slow, but no, Win was very quick in that response, and
there was like a 9k difference of damage between the two.
Yeah, that's true though. Phoenix would need to do much better in the next one, but we will see.
I think I think it's also like I said, Win had the high ground, which gave them an edge.
That's
and
true.
Basically, they only needed to leave one man behind to murder all the rest.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, but then that man alone also absorbed a lot of shots. Like I think he held the force for quite a good time there. If it were to be, I don't know, maybe let's say end game, he might have been down in a matter of seconds, but. It isn't the case. I'm not sure if Phoenix bounced some shots here and there, but yeah. Do you want to announce the win lineup this time?
It's exactly the same as last game, so little to announce. Right. On the other side, though, we see a lot of East 5s being taken out. 140 has been changed to a T62A. And I think that's not going to do them much good, to be honest.
I don't know, because the T62A, it's a pretty accurate tank, even on the move. I'm not sure how they're going to work with the accuracy of the gun, though.
I mean,
the T62A...
in total, not just specifically the T62A, but all the E5s. Now we have another 215B. They are taking the DPM, but in order to make an effective push on this map, those tanks are not the best tanks to be pushing with, because they're very juicy when you expose their lower plates and their flanks.
Yeah. Especially the 215B, it's pretty elongated, and well, if you're not careful enough, and if they're going to track you every time, then farewell to the 215Bs. But let's see how Phoenix is going to do with this lineup, though. Hit point wise, Phoenix slightly more than win, and I'm not sure if it's going to make a lot of difference, but we'll see.
It will depend on the focus fire, and I think after the field push of last game, Win is basically on edge as well, so they will be expecting something of the sort, and they will basically build their teams in a way that they can support each other.
Right. Phoenix on the north for now, heading mostly to D, and maybe some of the tanks are to B, while Win with the athlete from north is going to spawn up tanks, crossing to D potentially, and rest of the Win's forces potentially going for C. But a really good shell from athlete from north into Dominic Duro, and he's rushing down the crater.
This is exactly what I meant with the having to push over the hills. Basically, they've sort of like trapped themselves there now. They can't get out of it without losing a lot of HP.
Yeah,
and that gives Win a definite advantage here. Lays from north will be in trouble though.
However, but then when the reason why you make this strat is that you want to shoot tanks over to capturing Charlie, but no one's there except Gabe from North now coming in. Are they going to make a pincer move to those E5s to win? Potentially making some moves into that realista is going to be very, very low now.
This is like shooting fish in a barrel. Basically, Phoenix has set themselves up to fail. I mean, it's not over. Panani has just been gone and Lace is almost gone.
Right.
But position-wise, Wien had an early advantage and...
Had a lot of advantage.
Exactly. HP-wise, they have about a K between them, but the focus fire for Win is just on point.
On point, really good. They're going for Patrick next, but someone from North is pretty low here. And Dodson might put a good shell into someone from North, and he puts a really good shell, but they're going to focus Harna instead. While Patrick's trying to go past, he hit a rock. Is he having some ping issues? I think so. I think he crashed. Look at him.
Yeah, he has to have been. And they're just leaving. Well, no, they are still shooting. He came back. That is enough for Phoenix to definitely lose this game.
That's true, though. I feel sorry for him, but that strategy would not work against a team like Win, to be honest with you, I think.
Exactly, that is what I meant with them pushing into that crater. You saw the amount of HP they already lost just pushing over that first hill. Especially since Athlete already lit them up.
Yep. Athlete, did a really brilliant job in conveying the information to the Win side, and Win kind of needs to counter that positioning, and it's just game over for them, for Phoenix. Right.
So that was the first matchup up and over already in 8 minutes. That is including 2 minutes waiting time.
Really quick games. When it's a very clinical clan. They've given us some really quick games, and actually, we are the only fixture to have finished, and we are still waiting on the results of Raid against Shadow, TFCZ against Tessios, and also TRA against M1R, so we have a lot of time left. Some Rosemary as well, potentially.
But I do think this is basically also what I like about Win. Win is, they're my favorite underdogs. I can't even really call them an underdog with how they're performing this season. But just the way that they play here, they do two things. Either they absorb a push like they did, like we saw just now. They were basically just ready for whatever Phoenix was pushing at them. Or we see them do some really out-of-the-box thinking stuff, and I love both.
That's true. I think Win was the clan that has been followed the most, and we know exactly how capable Win could be. And I really like that style of play. It's like the clan, this play style that I would emulate for my team if I were to lead a team. But Win, the aggressiveness, the fluidity, and that's just very fun to watch and very satisfying as well.
And I think it's one of the oldest teams that we have, as in player-wise, not like name-wise, but more like the most steady selection of players. I think I'm not sure
Yeah.
if anyone of the current players has not been in Win the last season.
I think Athlete for North was from Winter War. Maybe I haven't seen Panani for North, but someone from North was originally Mary, and he was in Win for quite a long time. So, uh, yeah, they're kind of their roster haven't changed a lot. I mean, we said like, we've been saying before, Raid didn't change their roster a lot, but then now they have Tamon, the money dude,
Yeah.
OG, and also Nubita in the roster. When I don't know if they have a lot more new players. I don't know, but like when
I
just
don't believe they do, but I think that's
yeah,
always has been one of the advantage from Raid before, not this
yeah,
season, but before, because the longer
before,
you
yeah,
play with someone, the more you know what they're going to do
Gel.
without having to talk about it, so to speak.
That's true.
So
That's true.
you get like this instinct about your team.
That's true. I mean, you also have the chemistry. I mean, this is a very famous term in if you've played FIFA or something like that. If you have good chemistry, no, I'm serious. Like, chemistry is very important for teams to operate well, and definitely both Raid and Win. I mean, Raid previously and now Win. How important chemistry could be. Like, you
Absolutely.
don't need to like breathe more than 40 minutes in to say what to do in certain cases, because if you know each other well, then you know what to do in certain cases. You just have to like do some pep talk, get ready, get yourselves ready for the games, and yeah, and just march on. And I think the clans with these with a really long roster, I mean, long serving members in their roster definitely helped a lot.
Yes. That's also, I think, why Legion is one of the strongest teams we have at the moment, because even though they haven't
Right.
necessarily been playing in the same team for a very long time, the
Right.
players are ancient when it comes to the competitive scene.
That's true. Um,
They're not the
what,
only team, to be fair, but yeah,
true.
I think it's definitely an advantage, because you see, like, some of the newer clans, the newer players, they basically have a disadvantage in that, because they lack that solid experience.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Not the experience. It's just because different teams have different play styles, different approaches to tournaments. Let's say, for example, Endgame, and then you suddenly went into Win. Like, I would even go far and say maybe Endgame and Win are like somewhat polar opposites. But then recently Endgame showed otherwise. But you see what I mean. Like, you
Yeah.
need to adapt to a new style if you change clans. We also have some other results already. Raid 2-0 against Shadow, and we also have
Not really
TRA 2-0
surprised.
against N1R. Yeah, and then Raid will be facing ASP in the round of 16, while TRA will be facing SOS in the round of 16. We're still waiting on the results of TFCZ and Tesios.
That's also something I need to refer back to. The first time
Right.
that I saw Mur play, I sat on stream
Yeah.
that it meant peace. Because that's actually what I've been taught in high school and everything when I had to, when we came to the space program and everything. But it actually means
Right.
world. I actually had a message from someone in game that explained to me that Mir doesn't mean peace, it means world.
World. Ah, I see. World in what language? Is it in
Russian.
which language? Russian. Ah, I see. I
Because
see.
it was
Interesting fact.
in high school, we were learning about the whole space program and everything. It's like the,
Yeah.
the race between America and Russia.
True.
And this is like, I've always known this. Space has always been like a hobby of mine. But I've actually forgotten. I believe it was a space station, but I'm just going to Google that quickly now because I used to know this. Yeah, it was a space
Right.
station. I was right.
Ah, I see. I
And
see.
it was actually sort of like replaced by the International Space Station that we have now.
Yeah, ISS. Yeah,
Yeah.
ISS. That's true.
That's actually a fun little thing. I have to. My mum is sick. She's no COVID. She was tested negative, but she's sick. So I've been walking the dog a lot, and
I
usually
see. I
we
see.
walk the dog like at around 11 p.m. ish. We walk for a little short turn around the neighborhood just so he can relieve himself and everything. And
Right.
there's some places where we can see the stars, and I actually have like multiple star apps. And one of those, you can actually track the International Space Station. So I've been like seeing it fly over quite often. It's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that, really.
I mean, it's totally not Blitz related, but it's fun.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, we can have some really nice chat about any other things, miscellaneous things. I mean, it's good talk.
Yes.
So, I mean, don't worry about it not being Blitz related. I mean, well, no, I mean, it would be boring if it's always World of Tanks Blitz, whatsoever. And yeah, I think so.
Honestly, I'm a nerd in about many things, but space is one of them. I think I actually still have like it actually might have been tossed out by now by my dad, but when I was like a teenager, I had this model from the International Space Station that I started building. But as much as I have the patience to do embroidery, I do not have the patience for model building.
Oh yeah, it requires a lot of time and patience, and then sometimes you be like, which part is it? Oh god, I can't find that part. Yeah, modeling troubles, modeling worries, and then you have where's my cement? I'm not sure if you use that for models. Maybe I lost used cement at some point, but.
Also, Dragon Creek just asking in my chat, wait, is Phoenix the FEN1X the same as Phoenix, PHNX? No, very different clans.
No,
Phoenix
very different clans.
has only been competitive like the very first ever season. And basically it fell apart 3 years ago. So, no, very different Phoenixes, nothing to do with one another.
No, actually, Phoenix is it's a Polish clan. I think they are friends. They're like brother clans with APA. So sometimes you might see some APA players coming over to play in Phoenix.
That's right.
Team.
They abused the ticket system together in spring season, didn't they?
No, they didn't. APA didn't abuse the ticketing system during the spring season.
Was FBI with Phoenix then, maybe?
No, FBI with K4.
K4, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies to Phoenix because
however though, APA did send players to Phoenix during the end of the summer season, trying to put Phoenix to the top 16. So
okay, so I was not totally wrong, just wrong about the season, really.
Yes.
And Appa's of course now abusing the seeding bug and everything. So yeah.
They weren't clean. So in before we got a lot of dislikes from APA fans or.
Even if they dislike us, they're still giving a few times, so I don't care about dislikes, honestly.
Yeah, true though. On the other hand, we finally have results of TFCZ against Tercios. It's 1-2 for TFCZ against Tercios. Tercios will be facing Mercy's Star Park's team in the round of 16. So we have all the round of 16. We still have a lot of time. Do you want to actually make predictions for each of the fixtures?
Oh god, I actually have I'm never good at that stuff. I can only basically make my estimates based on what I want the results to be, not on what I actually expect the results to be.
Okay, so you're probably a very popular jinxer, potentially.
Yes, that's why I generally do not not really estimate results like that.
Right. But do you want to predict?
Let's see. Appa versus Win. I'm definitely rooting for Win. We have
rooting for Win. Immortal second team.
Exactly, the second team from Immortal. Like I said, Legion is my favorite, so definitely rooting for them. I think they will go through.
And we're going to stream that fixture as well.
Yes. Then we have ASP versus Raid. That's a tough one because Raid for me has lost a lot of respect since they used the ticket machine in spring season. But I know they're a very good clan, but I also really like ASP. They really gave us some great gameplay before.
Yeah, they did.
Undecided there.
I actually would definitely say Ray because I actually viewed back the games of ASP though, like the games against Loka. personally, I think Loka have made a lot of like mistakes there, and that
They
led to
did.
some losses and so on. But ASP are managing to hold up. I mean, by no means they are bad. But I mean, if they won against Loka, they must have done something right at least. So ASP
It's
could
always a
put,
mixture of what a team does right and
yeah,
what another team does wrong.
that's true though. Unfortunately, okay, they have Spin Six in the ASP, which is a 100% account. But I think that's Spin Six is the precursor of the 100% rigging in the first place. It's
Yeah.
not that Spin Six is a bad player. I mean, he plays in that account, um, so really not ASP's fault to have Spin Six in, but that put them very high in the seeding in the end. But then. I do think Raid ASP actually made some really close calls against Win, but I think Raid would go through personally.
I do kind of expect it, but at the same time, I know that ASP can do weird things, so not entirely
Yeah.
certain yet. Then we
I
have
could see.
Mercy versus Kraken. I'm actually undecided about that as well. I'm not particularly a fan of either, and not really against either any as well. So kind of like whatever floats their boat.
Uh, I mean that Mercy's team is the second team. A lot of them came from Lost Control, and I think some of them were originally from I don't know, but like this is a really new team for Mercy. But Krakeness haven't been picking up form anyhow. I'm not sure which one will win, but I will put my bets on that Mercy team personally.
Okay. Well, then we
Yeah.
have Mercy versus Tercios Españoles.
Yes.
That's again. I mean, I like Tercios Españoles as a clan. They have
Right.
some pretty toxic members, but we sort of
Yeah.
go like way back. They used to participate in the countdown event that I used to host a lot, and they
Yeah.
were so happy when I actually learned how to pronounce their clan name, and it kind of made their
Yeah.
day. So ever since, I've kind of liked Tercios Españoles.
I see, I see. I mean, they are against Zara Park's team. However, they actually beat Zara Park's team. I think it was on the fourth previous Q tournaments 2-1. Star Park's team, I think they are known for rushes, and if Tesios can make a counter to that strategy, I could see them go through. But Zara Park's team, it could still be very dangerous for them. They've beaten Win 2-0 on the Wednesday. I don't know about this really, but I think Zara Park's team will go through.
Okay, yeah, probably likely. I mean, Mercy
Yeah,
is situated pretty well in the whole list of things.
that's true. That's true.
Well, then you have EG versus Immo. Well, I have to say definitely for
Oh
EG there.
my!
That's going to be a fun
Well,
match to watch, to be honest.
a
But
fun,
I
a
put
fun
my money on
match.
EG.
Yeah, fun match to watch, but you can't neglect how well Immortals, that first team, have been playing so far. Yes, they've been winning a lot by cat wins, but then
It's
you have
supremacy. You're
Gaseo
supposed
Jones. Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to, yeah, but then you also can win by killing all 7 tanks. So, I mean, Immortals, I don't know, like, they could be a bit inconsistent at times, but I could see them putting up a really good fight against Endgame. But I think Endgame lately have been so strong that I couldn't see why they would lose. I don't know. Maybe Gaseo Jones would prove me wrong. Maybe they will make an upset here. But I think Endgame will go through.
Same. And then you have
Right.
Souls versus Tra. Well, I put my money on Souls there.
True. Same as well. TRA, they're just not there yet.
They're good, but they're not top 8.
They're not top 8, definitely. And the reason why they're here is because they face a Phantom team in the quarterfinals of the group stage, and that's why they're here.
Ah,
To
yeah.
me, yeah.
And Loka versus Reiti. Well, again, money on Loka. That's
Money
a
on Loka.
no-brainer. I
That's
mean,
true,
Reiti
though.
is, again, they're good, but they're not Loka good.
Yes, but don't forget though, Reti. I think I streamed their games against Ray back in the summer off season. They could make some. They could make some unpredictable moves though, like suddenly rushing to one side, or maybe just a sudden rushing like that. Recti could make some surprises here, but I think Locust, like, much more experienced and much stronger in terms of the personal skills. So if nothing weird happens to Loka, which I assume is going to be the case that Loka will go through, but Red Tea, I do think they could do something extraordinary, and we might see an upset. But let's hope Loka is going to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us, we're up for a few fun games because we have Legion versus Immor first, and
Yes.
then very likely followed by Legion versus Win. So that's going to be
Yeah.
great. I absolutely
That
love.
would be great. But then if APA are through, then I could practice my pronunciation onto onto the teammates. That would be really cool because I searched how to pronounce the names one by one, and I hopefully would get likes for pronouncing their names correctly. Hopefully, please. Wink, wink.
Well, that's actually. I'm just going to have a quick look at what the names are
Right.
from APA. Where are you at?
That's
there you
true.
are.
Hmm.
Jennifer. Then already the second name is like, why would you choose a name like that? But yeah,
I mean,
Manfac, let's put it
yeah,
that way.
I think
Premium
so.
account.
I think so.
Ernest, Masio, Ninja, Marcinek, Moikar, Sin, and Pan.
I would try.
I don't bother
Let
with
me
the whole names.
Okay, let me try and see if APA members could prove that I'm not butchering any names. So I'm going to say it now. It's going to be Jennifer Manfuck. No, I'm not swearing. Okay, please don't report me on that. Premium account 5, Ernest Macheo, Ninja. Machinek and Muika, and then we have Sin Kerov Nika, and then we have Pan Ogiani 151.
We have very different ways of pronouncing that stuff.
Yeah, we have. I'm not sure if anyone from APA, please tell me I got it right.
I know that Jennifer is coming from The Witcher, probably.
Isn't
One
it?
of the witches there is named Jennifer, or mages,
Ah,
I
I
should probably
see.
say.
I
Oh,
see.
there's a room.
Room, let's go. Room is up, and we are going to be on Castilla, Legion versus Immortals. That I will bring the map up, and we will brief that map together.
Okay, let
That'll
me
be fine.
get it as well then. I do hate that this map. This is, for me, is the most boring map in the game for tournaments.
True.
It always
I
leads to stalemate gaming.
yeah, I will second that. The most boring game. Do you want to brief about this map first, and now I can make some supplementary notes.
Yeah. Well, we have 3 bases. Base A considered map base, base B considered a death trap, and base C also considered death trap. Basically, there's lots of lines of fire into every
Right.
single base here. The main issue with this map is the fact that there are so many camping spots on both south spawn and north spawn that you can't really go anywhere without getting shot, and that leads to very
yeah.
stalemate gaming because people will
Right.
stay in positions where they know they can't get shot from.
That's true though. Castilla, I always say on the stream, is the map that you don't want the enemies to get a cap. That's why clans will be putting tanks to defend the MTA cap, the MTB cap, and the MTC cap. North spawn, usually clans would go and capture A quickly, and for south spawn, usually clans will try to capture B quickly. But that's not to say you could reset these caps relatively easily. So for the south spawn, how you could reset A is that you can put tanks. There are 3 positions to do that. One position, this is a really risky position, is to put before it's a force, but I don't know about now. But this position could get some crossfire.
You
I
do
mean, you
know,
might
I
get
can
shot.
literally
Yeah.
have no idea what position you're talking about, right?
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's close to the red line. You see like 2 houses there, and then that's what I'm pointing on my screen right now. The position I was talking about. The second position is the rocks near. I think the rocks very far behind. You usually see a nice 4WZ13 there that you could put shots into A and reset that. And the third position, you could like go up into the citadel area, and then I think to the left side of that, you would usually see an STB1 or Vickers Light trying to decap A. for the north spawn on B, you also you usually see a T22 medium, reverse side stripping or just side stripping over to decap B near the houses there around here, and for C, yeah,
Sorry.
what?
I'm just laughing because you're saying like around here and around here. I have no idea. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I can't actually see you point it out because you're not on my computer.
Yeah, oh, yeah. No. I try to explain as much as possible where the positions are.
I generally don't, to be honest, because the thing is, and this is something that goes for every single map when it comes to
Yeah,
tournaments. You
right.
can't go with the go-to things that you would do in pub battles. The normal tactics do not apply because this
No,
is
no.
teamwork. They can literally take a
Teamwork.
team of tanks and go
Yeah,
bloody anywhere they want to go.
that's true. Positions that you would never expect players would go in a random match, and there is no quick fix to decapping C, unfortunately. So we'll see. Um,
Basically, C is generally only gone into when we know where all the people are, or at least
that's true.
when the players know where all the people are.
Right,
And
that's
then you
true.
have base A. Sometimes they risk a quick cap, but because both teams will always have fast tanks, the chances of being decapped and losing a lot of HP for it is quite big. So generally they avoid that. And you have, of
That's
course, the
true.
tanks going up into the Citadel to decap base A from there. And you have the STB that does a great job at that, but most tanks can make that work. So
Right.
base B is generally always overwatched by 2 tanks from both sides. Basically, on the north
True,
spawn, you
true,
have
true,
2
true.
heavy tanks in the building somewhere, and on the south
Right.
spawn, you generally have 1 heavy right near the buildings, just not going into the street, and a camper tank behind them. What I
That's
do
true.
notice, by the way, with 40 seconds left on the clock, that only Legion is taking a TD.
Yeah. And this is a really good map to take a TD on because it's quite exposed as well, like very open map. And if one tank got spotted out in the open, he might get punished extremely heavily by that TD. And of course, Object 3 is going to take 2 Z8s. I
It
mean,
fits him. It's his tank.
it's his
But
tank, so
14
let's
seconds
announce the
left to
lineup.
go. We see
Uh,
Immo taking in IS-7, 2 IS-4s,
Yeah.
a T-22 medium, 2 E5s and a Vickers versus 2 6.8s, 4 E5s and 2 T-22 mediums.
That's true, yeah. Let's get my transition up, shall we? And I'm in the Vickers light, and we're going to head into Castilla. I don't know which one is which. I'm going to see it very soon. Object 3 using that pro avatar, of course. I mean, he's
But to be fair, this is something I've noticed. People are having more and more just fun with the avatars that they're picking.
That's true. Immortals are on the south side, and Legion are on the north side. And let's see where they're going for. And I think Legion are going mostly to A, while Immortals going mostly to C. Are they trying to rush C though? This is going to be interesting. Diamondback Barrel in the IS-7.
Yes, they're
This is
definitely
an
rushing.
interesting choice. They're definitely rushing, and oh my goodness me, I think where is Redicoso? Redicoso will be tasked to defend this, and this is going to be tough job for him.
No, not really, because he has the epic speed boost. He can move out of there.
Right.
Reliquo has already spotted, has already lost HP and is losing more HP.
That's
We have
true.
Immo capping base C right now, but basically we have Object 3 there, who's going to take a big chunk of health like
Yeah.
he did.
Right.
Manik now losing
Ooh.
quite a bit of HP, and this is basically what I mean. Base C is a death trap. They are capping it, they have capped it, but
Yes.
they've lost a lot of HP trying to cap some bases.
That's true though, and now Immortals with with more than 1k of hit point deficit though. Whoopsie's not totally immune to took a shot, but I mean Immortals are in much more trouble. Whoopsie takes another shot and a miss from Kano.
No, he bounced that.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
could see the
that.
fire lines shooting up into the sky.
Ah, I see. But Diamondback Barrels also spotted as well. What's going to be done by Legion? Because Arcudi's up there.
Ooh.
Reliquo is taking more hits. He dropped down into the river. He's trying to swim there, but he's now dry.
He's going to get shot by NG here.
That's true.
There he goes.
There we go.
That is the end. But with
Sayonara.
that, just that kill, Legion has
Yeah.
already grabbed back the point advantage.
That's true. Oh no, Discord has lagged out, and that's not good for
Oh
him.
god.
Hopefully, he's going to be back very soon, and hopefully he's not going to make some stupid moves. I know he won't.
No, it's just his. If it's just his Discord, it's not his game. And right now we are in a stalemate
Oh,
game position, so
but
not much is happening.
Immortus. Not really, because Immortals trying to rotate, and their rotation have been horrendously spotted out. And now those E5s and IS4s, Rave, Canu, and King are trying to push on the Legion's forces. But Legion's forces set really deeply there. I'm not sure if it's going to work
This
for
is not
Immortals
going to
though.
work. They have two
Yeah,
E5s there. They have to cross into a lot of Legion lines of fire. They
that's
left the
true.
T22 medium. Mary Magdalene is going to be absolutely massacred now.
That's
And
true.
we have
Zerd
two
and
E5s
Ducatus.
holding, and object can just drop down and support
Right.
them if those E5s actually push. But we have Whoopsie that's going to take some HP. The
That's
E5s will
true.
sell their HP very expensively. And now we
That's
see
true.
Object 3 relocating in order to support
Right.
them.
That's true. Maniac down to a one shot though, and Diamond Barrel tries to go up, but his
Canoe on
backside's.
fire.
Oh no, backside is on Angie and he killed Dimebag Barrel. Maniac down as well. It's going to be 7 versus 3. It's going to be a 7-0. We'll see
It
very
might
soon.
very well be a 7-0.
Yeah. Rave down to one shot and got killed by Angie instead of Thomas. He might be very angry about that.
Nah. But just look at this. We have Object 3 who's now reloading. Whoopsie is the most unhealthy
Yeah.
tank there, and he's going to survive just fine because there's 7 tanks bullying this one poor IS4.
Poor
And there
K,
he
he's not like.
goes.
He's not a king anymore. He's been dethroned and usurped. Legion is going to take the throne in this one. And this is going to be match point to Legion. What's a strong dominant performance by Legion? Immortals just
Look at
bled
the difference
a
in
lot.
damage.
Yeah.
Holy
4,000. Holy mackerel. Yeah. 4,580 damage put out by Immortals. That's a bit pathetic, to be honest.
Just a bit. To be fair, yeah. But this was like, you could see they were pushing, and then they decided, no, let's wait here. Oh no, let's push anyhow.
Yeah.
But let's push half the team and leave half the team behind in the line of fire.
Right.
That
Yeah.
doesn't really work.
Doesn't really work. The Immortals just look like headless chickens. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like they are definitely panicking at that. I hope this is not going to be the case in this one because they have some really good players. Dimebag Barrow. I mean, he's a very seasoned player. I mean, he's been in RTK before, if I remember correctly. And then you
Yeah.
have I think Rave and Mary who were in the Anaheim, which is also a really good clan, and King in VLTR. Like they have a lot of good players, and I think it will require a good leader to guide them through. Let's hope it's going to be different for Immortals.
Look at the
And
E5
now,
spam. We
yeah,
have
the
8
E5s,
E5s in total.
Tubo E5s, and maybe non-Tubo, including Vanisicate in the queue. But now we're going to see quadruple E5s played by Object 3, Redicoso, Thomas, and Zerd. Engi in the ice alongside Whoopsie, Dakuda is wrapping up with the Vegas Light. Immortals with Dimebag Barrel in the TCC8. Kang in the E5 alongside Maniac, Mary, and Rave. Canu and Rediqual in the double T22.
They left the figures behind. I think they grossly overestimated the ability to cap base B in the figures.
That's true, though. I mean, especially, I think it was Whoopsie. That T22
Yeah.
was able to come in and reset that very quickly, and he reverse side scraped really well. So, I mean, if of course it's Whoopsie. I mean, I mean, if it's Whoopsie, you're going to expect him to do really well in a reverse side scraping situation.
I'm just going to take this moment to tell Wargaming that they really need to allow Whoopsie to go to offlines as well. He's been on the EU server since the very beginning, since he started playing in 2015. Tournaments weren't even a thing then. And you
Yeah.
can't just say, well, you can't play for the EU server. I don't think that's fair.
Though. No, I don't think that's fair. So I would second that as well. If Wargaming needs a recommendation letter, just ask me. I'll definitely write it for him.
This is
Right, Legion
basically we
on
see-
the
Yeah.
Legion on the south side, going mostly to A. Wow, Immortals also going on from the north side to north spawn to A. What am I talking about?
Dimeback Barrel going into a similar position as Object 3, but pushing a bit more onwards. Dakudas spotting people in the middle, now hastily pulling back so he doesn't get shot by the 268, that they don't know where it is yet. But we
Right,
have
but
Legion in the middle going up towards the Citadel. And
yes. But Canu's not getting contested in capturing A. But now, Immortals have A. Is this an intentional attempt to allow Immortals to get a cap lead?
I
I'm not
think
sure, but
so.
Maybe. But Relic will
Look
already
at the
getting
IS
shot.
Force.
Oh, barely
Angie
in.
and
Relic
Whoopsie going into base B, going to decap it. The fact that it will be very hard for them to decap 2 tanks at the same time.
That's true, but both IS forces have splashed onto Relic Wall, and they're doing a lambda formation like the shielding method Angie on the arm of that, and Whoopsie, no, they're staircasing instead, but they got B.
This is very clever because they're pushing at 2 places at the same time. The IS forwards were capping base B, and at the same time they were pushing the guys near base A. Reliquel is basically going to be gone very soon. There he goes.
Yes, he's gone already.
This was beautifully arranged because you had the IS-4 pushing and then Dakudas to back them up.
Yeah, and these IS-4s might be denied of rushing, so are we going to see another push from Legion? We're going to see another push from Legion. The triple E5s are going down to get these double E5s isolated there. And which tank are they focusing on? Oh, at the same time, the Canu is dead.
Yeah, and even the NG might be dying, but look at the focus fire. They're shooting the guys on the hill. They don't care who's shooting them from behind. But this is basically something you have to keep in mind. When you are allowed to cap a base from Legion, you have to be very suspicious.
That's true, though. You know, like they could be making. Oh, Red goes to dive onto King.
That was beautiful.
My god, beautiful.
Thomas has been blown up.
Yeah, Tom has been blown up. He might be very angry about that. But Zert is coming to turn his turret, and he got King Gunner. It's going to be 6 versus 3.
No 7-0 this time, but there's definitely
7-0.
no chance.
Thomas being a bit salty, saying it's nice strat. Oh,
that is mean. To be honest, I think they probably picked this up while training. But this is like I said, if you're allowed to cap a base from Legion, you have to be suspicious. Especially when you don't see Legion start to cap a base on the other side of the map.
That's true, though. Like, well, I mean, they managed to cap B in the end, but the T22 there was unable to reset that cap because obviously double IS-4 with, I think, Whoopsie getting shielded by the... getting shielded by NG, so...
That's something that I really love, though, because you could see this is... something that was one of the reasons why I used to follow R2K. They used to do this as well. You had 2 specific moves in 2 specific parts of the map. And you had the enemy team that had to react to one, which means you could get away with the other. So they pushed the guys on the hill. You could see Dimeback Barrel being torn between trying to decap base B and trying to support the guys on the Citadel. And in the end, he couldn't really do either. So then the base was capped, then the IS-4s pushed, and Dakudas was just all the way at the back, but basically supporting those IS-4 beautifully, because the T22, I'm not entirely certain which one it was, but he basically could not pull back without getting shot by Dakudas, and he couldn't push without getting shot by Whoopsie and NG.
Yeah, I probably think once the Legion's forces got B, and I mean once they got capped, they should be moving away from that. But I mean his job might also be to reset B and have a look at C as well. But then he bled a lot trying to run away. We also have other results as well. Interesting results. APA 2-0 against Win, and Legion 2-0 against Immortals, and we're going to face APA in the quarterfinals. Interesting stuff.
Oh my god, what happened to Win?
I don't know.
My boys!
But apparently, it was a really quick game for APA. They just trounced. I don't know if it's a trounce or not, but Win just got knocked out already in the round of 16. I'm a bit worried about my stream though on the Wednesday because I put my name down to stream Win.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. They're a fantastic clan to follow.
It was very, very exciting to watch, and I hope some really good games from them as well. We're still waiting on results of ASP against Raid, Mercy against Draconaires, but the first team...
has obliterated Raity with 2-0.
Yeah, Souls tuning against TRA and Mercy, Zara Park's team tuning against Tessios. We're waiting results of Endgame versus Immortals.
That's also gonna be a fun one. That's like I said, that would be a match to watch. Of the matches that we had, that's the
Yeah,
match to watch.
you mean Immortals versus Endgame.
Yeah.
And it's currently streamed by Every Good Name's Taken. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to look at how it is going at the moment, which is I believe still going on, just hop over to Every Good Name's Taken channel. But don't forget to, show support to Eminet as well.
No. Basically, this is what I really love about the streamers that we have currently in the EU is that
Yeah,
almost every important match is covered. I mean,
that's
we're
true.
cutting it a little bit short now with us commentating together and doing that again
Right.
next week. And I'm doing it
Yeah.
on Wednesday again with Fujit. But
Yeah,
basically, we decided to do that now for fun to avoid
that's
having
true.
to do that during the professional stage. Because us
Yeah,
not doing that during the professional stage means that every single match from the professionals will be streamed.
that's true. And who doesn't like some co-commentary? I mean, you gotta see like two personalities merging together, and oh my god, explosion! Fireworks, not explosions. Some fireworks happening. So I hope you like the
Oop.
firework show.
2-0 for EG.
Oh, is it? Oh
Yep.
man, that's bad.
Nah,
To
to
read.
be honest, I mean, it's EG.
Yeah, it's easy anyway, but I was expecting a closer result, to be honest with you.
I think the battles will have been relatively close. Not the results, but like as in the number of results, but more like the battles
Yeah, the
themselves.
battle. Yeah, the battles, I presume. We also have other results as well. Second team of Mercy tuning against Krakeness, and I think we have known all the results already in the round of 16. All 2-0s, nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting for the first tiebreaker today.
We are waiting for the first tiebreaker. I mean, we want a tiebreaker because we want some exciting stuff.
As streamers, tiebreakers are the best. As
That's true.
players, they're not.
They're not, because it's a psychological battle. I mean, you need to fight that as well. You don't just fight for the enemy team. You have to fight your inner demons as well.
Exactly.
And yeah. Wow. Let me update. Let me update the scoreboard as well. I'm going to tell you the standings as of now.
We do
after
this
that.
so differently. I find it so funny because I'm literally just here for the show, and you're
Yeah.
like all technical about very specific positions and the scores and everything. I do like it. It's just for me,
Right.
I'm always like, when it's stuff that people
Well,
can
laid
look up
back.
themselves, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
name it.
Right.
But
Yeah,
that's me.
but-
That's how I do it. I like that there's such a difference because it offers something very different.
Yeah, that's true. Well, not saying that I am the best here, but yeah, it's good to have some diversity.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we now have, I have updated the scoreboard. Currently, Legion still in the first place with 37,520 cups. Second place, Endgame, 37,038 cups. Raid, third place with 36,372 cups. And because also AP and Mercy are through to the next round, they're going to pull away from Vale, trailing with 31,618 cups. They are almost 2,000 cups behind both Sales and APA. So Vale,
They're not gonna make it anymore unless
I
very
don't think
special stuff happens.
unless they finish first on Wednesday, or and also possibly on Sunday as well. But by then,
And
I
only
don't
if
know.
the teams that they have to beat in this leaderboard are doing very badly.
That's true. Or unless SOS or APA have some kind of internal issues, and suddenly they aren't going to participate in the next two match days at all, and then
Sorry.
yeah.
Angie
It's
came on the
fine.
chat on my stream saying, Imor, I saw that strat somewhere. Like I said, that kind of can explain Thomas's comment as well, because basically they just will have trained this and probably took the strat that Legion showed and made it theirs.
Oh right, I see, I see. Kind of. I will tell you a secret. I copy AutoK strats all the time. So,
Well, I
so
think that
sorry,
the
sorry,
season,
Zed. Sorry, AutoK. Sorry, Visa.
I think the season that are, well, not actually. I think strats are, well, I wouldn't say irrelevant because you need the starting point, but a strat only works as long as the first enemy isn't spotted yet. After
Yeah.
that, you have to be very dynamic. You can't get stuck in your strategy.
Yeah, that's true though. It's all about the mid to late game phase where you need to like rotate around and kind of like coordinate one another. And this is what wins in the games. Initial strats will give you an initial advantage, but that could only last you for long. Most importantly, if you can react when you're in the disadvantage, that will be amazing. But you need, that's very important as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's
What's
see.
going? Someone is asking what's going on. I am co-commentating alongside Eminet. If you haven't known it already, shame on you if you don't know it. Oh no! He's talking about Immortals, not what's going on here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But
But this is funny. Angie just said, no, they did the same strat as us from North. Well, it was
mhm.
similar, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't paid attention to that
But
personally.
Dimeback's barrel position was very like Object 3's.
Well, I mean that is. Are you talking about the position on the hill or on the northwestern corner?
On the camping ridge on up north in the 268.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of clans do that. I mean, it's
Mm.
not something special. It's I mean, it's kind of common, not common sense, like very well known for a lot of clans. I mean, even the newer clans like that's. I mean, you also take that position in random games as well. So like, it's I'm not surprised
I would
that.
never do that, but that's because I don't camp.
I don't do that
Basically,
either because
all the aces that I've gotten in the 183,
yeah,
I've not played it much. I'm actually going to have a quick look because I actually have it on this account.
right.
Where are you? I actually have a season on it on my press account. I don't have it on my
Right.
normal account yet, but I have a 61 games. What the hell?
What?
I think someone else had this press account before me because I know and for sure that I've now driven 61 games in it. But I've got 2
No.
aces on it on this account, and they were both sort of like YOLO aces. But I rarely
Oh,
touch this tank because I'm not that big a fan of it, and I don't really play on the press account to begin with.
right. I see. I see. But yeah, I don't play that position at all because I don't have a TD in tier 10. So
Oh my
that is
god.
the reason. What?
How can you not have a TD in tier 10?
No, I suck at TDs. I just don't play well. It's just not my type. Mhm.
I'm just going to have a quick look at your tier 10s now.
Right. Oh
Because I
my
want
god.
to know which ones you have now. You have the spaghetti with very
Yeah.
OP stats.
Uh, well, that's because I play a lot of platoons with other guys.
Yeah, but honestly, that doesn't
Which
matter.
is
You
like,
still do average 3k damage per battle in nearly 200 battles.
yeah, true.
So you're allowed to be very proud of that.
Yeah, I think so.
But you seriously, you have almost all the T10s. You do not have a single TD.
Yeah, that's true though. I don't have some big heavies as well. Like I don't have a mouse. I don't have a U100. I'm trying to grind my way to the mouse though. So
My mind is blown, honestly. How can you not? No, but this is basically me. I started off with 4 lines of TDs before I drove anything else. So yeah, I'm not one to
That's true.
judge.
yeah. Right. Well, still have some time left. Do you want to do predictions for the quarterfinals now?
Ooh, let's see. We have Legions versus APA. Well, I'm rooting for Legion, of course.
I'm rooting for Legion as well, but APA have proven that they could beat top 8 teams. They're trying to trying to actually improve their performance in their stats, because I showed that they only have like 30 something percent win rate against the top 8 teams, so top 10 teams. So they're looking to change that and kind of making making the stats look better on paper for them.
I have a theory, and the theory is that the pro clans, like I'm talking about the big four and everything, are
Yeah.
less likely to take kindly to you and play like derpy derp when
Right.
you're one of the clans that's really abusing the seeding system.
Right.
So I have a feeling Legion will kick booty.
We'll see, but APA have like gone really close to raid, and I think they beat Anki before 2-0. I mean, just I think it was on last Sunday, I believe. I'm not sure if it's if I recall it correctly, but yeah, APA could put some amazing stuff. But it's time for me to not. Has anyone said I butchered any APA names or not?
Well, then we have Raid versus Mercy. I'm for Raid. Basically, no. With the
Raid.
with the lineups that we have, the matches that we have, I'm for the
Yeah.
big four.
I'm for the Big Four, yeah. All the Big Four, yes. Oh, yes, I think it's the first time that the Big Four are in separate fixtures in the quarterfinals. We're not
I really
finally,
like that.
really like the finally, Endgame's not facing Loka or Loka facing Raid. No, you're going to see all four of them in separate brackets. So I
This
like to
means
see
that,
that.
assuming the big four are all through, we're going to
Yeah.
have epic matches.
Epic, absolutely epic matches, and you don't want to leave your chair for that. Because why would you like? I hope your chair is a comfy one, because if you're on the wooden chair, then it's not nice.
I have like this. Well, I'm a big fan of IKEA, and they have this like specific lounge chair. That is the chair that I stream in. That is my chair, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm in the gamer chair, and I think it's good. It's just a bit wonky because I can't like screw that. I can't screw that. What's that? It's not a nail. It's not a screw, but I forgot the name for that. But then I couldn't screw it deep into the hole. That's why it's a bit wonky, but it's still working fine.
I don't have
Yeah.
a desk, so that's why I'm basically have like this little side table that I
Right.
can pull all the way up to my lap, and that's where my
Right.
laptop is on, and that's basically my setup when I stream.
That's true. Someone asked me to sing, but then we can't sing because it's an official stream and copyright
Exactly.
issues. So
I tend to sing a lot when I'm just random gaming, streaming, and everything, and
yeah.
I play a lot better with music than without. But I do keep it away from any official tournament stream that I'm doing.
Oh my god! Someone just got the message deleted asking me to stream to sing because
Aw.
he used full caps with that. Oh, oh, people are asking me to sing a duet with you.
Well, like I said, that's not happening. Not on the tournament streams.
no.
If we ever
No,
do like
no.
a normal random stream, yeah, sure, we can sing.
Yeah, of course, yes, yeah. Oh my goodness me! Oh, the people want to hear us singing. Oh,
And by the way,
Oh my
just
goodness.
curious, what's your opinion
Yeah.
on the shit one?
4 or 5. I
Yeah.
haven't played any game on it, so I don't know. But like, I know that it has a really good clip potential and DPM. So I think it just requires a special way of playing. It's just like every 4-2-2 where it cannot play well. It cannot be played well when you're in most of the situations you're in. You just need that specific situation to make it work. And I think it would be the same for F005. Yes.
The weirdest thing is, I have this tank on my main account. I aced it again today. I have 3 aces in it now. A first class, 3 second, and 2 third. 22 games. I have a 45% win rate in it.
Oh.
But an average damage of 2700, which for me is like really high. So
Yeah,
it's just
I mean,
it's
it's good.
completely ridiculous. I absolutely
That's
love the
true.
tank. I just can't seem to win in it.
Right. Oh my god, people are telling me to, I mean, time to expose my stats. No, my stats are bad. Please don't say that. Please. No. An enemy said to me, that language, did I swear? I hope I didn't swear somewhere early on.
No, you just said manfuck.
Yeah, I said Manfuck, and it was the name. It was exactly what it is to be pronounced. So
To be fair, there's a lot of names that you can't really pronounce the way that they're supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah, I think one of the names from say is like Internet W Vashivnyaka, which I didn't butcher that name. I mean that was a really hard name to pronounce. Sorry, I was into names, so sorry. Right. Did I get roasted? Oh
No, you
no.
didn't get room invites.
Yeah, that's good. Let me head into that room right now. I just missed that notification. I'm going to be in. We're going to be in Vineyards. Let's bring the map up, shall we?
I do love
Vineyards.
that map. This is one of my favorite maps, mainly because it's one of those maps with different altitudes. You have different kind of areas. You have basically just hilly. You have the ruins. You have the city. There's a little bit of everything everywhere, and I love that.
Right. Yeah, and let me bring the map up. Okay, good. Reset the scoreline before oh, goodness me. I have to make sure I didn't press the entry button, otherwise
Oh God.
disasters happen.
Yeah,
No, I
let's not do
didn't.
that.
So let's not do that. So basically, it depends really whether you want to play for a cap pressure strategy or a map control strategy. Because if you want to play for the cap control, then you really want to send at least 2 tanks into capturing the base, because it's pretty random whether you get that cap lead on both sides if you use one Vickers light to cap that. If also, for example, enemies put a Vickers light into the cap though. So if you want the cap pressure on, you probably want 2 tanks there. Um,
The tricky
Personally, I
thing is
think.
that I've seen more and more games where base B is decapped,
Oh
like
yeah,
early
yeah,
on.
yeah. And if you're watching on this stream, I'm going to show you the positions where you could decap me. This position and this position, so you know which positions I'm talking about. So, hey. Sorry, North Spawn. North Spawn, personally, I think it's harder to rotate because you have positions that you can take on the South Spawn over to A that you can spawn up the tanks trying to rotate over back to A. So,
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think A, North Spawn, if you want to rotate, it's a bit difficult to do so. Not so for the South side, though, where I don't remember you have positions that you could take to kind of I mean, yeah, you can spot up the rotation, but crossfire into the rotation, not quite so. So, yeah,
Basically, what you'd have, if you have the north spawn, you can go into the ruins, you can decap B. But if you have the
yeah,
south spawn, you can go into that ledge just before the ruins with the
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah,
mountain near base A. That can also
yeah.
be used to decap base A. But it kind of depends how
That's
much
true.
support is there, whether or not you'll be able to get away with it.
That's true though, and I really love Vineyards just because, I mean, lots of elevation, lots of terrain, very undulated, really favors a lot of mediums and light play. So, are we going to see a lot of mediums and lights for both teams? We're going to see very
No, we're
soon.
gonna see E5s.
Mm, I'm
Basically, this
sad.
is interesting because if you look at Appa's lineup, they're still missing a
Yeah,
tank, but you have the Vickers, you have 2 E5s, 268, and Mountain
yeah,
2 and 5B, and that is not. It has tanks from the current meta, but it's not really a current meta lineup. And
that's true.
I'm
And
especially
I'm
surprised at that mouse, mainly because that can be a giant weakness on this map.
giant weakness because I personally saw, I think it was cats doing something similar with a mouse, and they just got completely trounced by the enemy team just because the mouse just needs to kind of come in very slowly out in the open, especially in the map like Vineyards. If you
Hmm.
want to rotate, then you probably need to go out in the open, and that's not really good. They're changing into a U100. Machinek back into a U100, and
Still, though, big. Well, I think it's
big
a big
tank.
weakness. It's a very big
Yeah,
tank. It's very slow. It can't rotate fast. Like if you
that's
look
true.
at Legion's lineup with
Yeah.
all the E5s and the 121 and 2 T22 mediums,
Yeah,
that is a
very
very
mobile.
fast lineup.
Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah,
Marcinek, he basically has to focus on the city side. He can't really do much
yeah.
else unless he
That's
takes
true.
a TD role. But he will be
That's
spotted
true.
early, and then they know where he is.
Oh, yeah. I remember one time when I was on Vineyard South Side, I just went into a spot to kind of spot tanks going into the city, and I spotted up that Marcinek, that U100 trying to cross into the city. I just farmed him completely, and by the time he was in that city area, he lost half of his hit points.
But that's just it. That is like
Yeah.
it's a big risk to take a tank like that on a map like
Yeah,
this.
that's true. So we have Legion on the north spawn and APA on the south spawn,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to see APA taking double Vickers lights compared to Legion double T22s and a 1-2-1. That's a highlight here, 1-2-1. We haven't seen that a lot in
We haven't
tournaments.
seen it at all.
No, yeah, not at all. I haven't played that tank, so I don't know exactly how well it could be, but we will see very soon.
I have the 121B, which is a slightly better version. Absolutely love it. It's a great tank.
I love it as well.
Oh, Ninja. Ninja saying hi to me with a little heart.
Hi,
He's honestly, Ninja is such a sweetie. He can be really salty in the game, but he's real sweetie as well.
Right, Legion, those mediums are going, they're going to ruins potentially, and Legion potentially bearing into A and a bit on the middle, while APA getting B with double Vickers light and also heading mostly to A, somewhat on B as well, but maybe one tank overlooking
Look
to
at that,
C.
look at that, look at the T22s.
Oh yeah, they're going into the ruins, and I'm a bit worried about them because the ruins are pretty leaky. Like you could get shot from somewhere that you might not expect, and I have to say they need to play really carefully there.
Legion playing very aggressively, but doing
Very
expertly
aggressive.
so, because they're taking holding positions. We only have Masio in the ruins, who can basically ruin stuff.
Nope. Macheo, overlooking to that ruin. So I thought you were talking about that 215 being weaker in the city area. He took some shots though.
Yeah, but Moikar basically, he's put himself out of commission. He can get shots in from there, maybe. He can't rotate back.
Yeah, and he's in 2-5B. I don't think it's the best tank in that role. I mean, he's trying to spot up tanks trying to rush him over from C, but 2-5B, I'm not sure if it's a good choice. I would have put that E100 in though.
Dakuda's getting himself into trouble here.
Right, now we're going to see a push from
APA. Ninja! Ninja, he has been deleted just now. Dakuda's is going to get run over by Vickers here. And the E5, he's not going to live long, and he can't really do anything about it.
No, I don't think so. But I think Legion, they need to come to push because now Dakudas is also dead. He puts in favor of Legion, but they definitely need to make something out of that because AP potentially might have a better position. But now Thomas and
Sin is being bullied.
These two legends are going for Sin care of Nika. Oof.
Sin is almost gone, and they need to take him out. Then they have the E100 to contend with. He's reloading slowly, but he's going to take large chunks of health here.
Yeah. Oh, but then Reticosa have dropped the reactive armor, absorbed a big chunk of damage from Machinek. But care of Nika is now down. From my angle, Reticosa and Zerd are trying to focus down on Machinek. Oh, Thomas bounces.
Oh my god, Marcinek, there he finally goes. Basically, it's going up pretty evenly, but this will still be Legion's game because they have literally double the guns.
Yeah, they have.
Morgar trying to help his teammate, but he's not going to be able to arrive there in time.
Yeah, his backside showing to Thomas and these two legends. I don't think they can mess up much, and Muika is trying to rotate, and he's getting shot by Thomas. Thomas dropped the reactive armor. He's not long for this world. Muika is going to go down to Zerd, and last but standing, Macheo against Object 3 and Whoopsie.
Object 3 running away. He might die for it, but still, this is funny on its own.
Macheo
set on fire.
Yeah, he's on fire. Lad. Oh, poor lad. Yeah, he's going to go down soon to Thomas. First game to Legion. What a good game from Legion. Oh my god, I just can't believe it. Like, I think what went down horribly for APA is, I think, Ninja rushing out in the open and seeing care of Nika didn't support him totally.
I think they didn't expect all of Legion to be where they were. I think they thought they had more people more in the middle, like between the B and C places, like in those little dips there, because that is where they usually go. But when you have a mobile lineup like this, you don't need to be there.
Yeah, you just I don't know what to say, but like you just have to give credits to Legion for working out the crossfire and exactly where Ninja is. Poor Ninja, really. But I don't think we're going to see AP dropping that E100. I think Machinek is now going for E5 instead. Now, APA going with quadruple E5s. Yennefer still taking the T22. Okay, he dropped the Vicky's Light in favor of the T22. But now Legion Object 3 taking the 50B is going to be the only 50B for Legion.
That's going to be interesting.
Interesting, to say the least. Whoopsie, is he going to take another 50B? He's not ready up yet.
No, but he still has 40 seconds to do so. But we see it APA now with T22, 1 Vickers, 4 E5s and 2 and 5B. So they dropped the E100, which I think is a good call.
I think it's a good call because this map's just too open for a slow heavy.
But they're keeping the 2 and 5B, and I understand with the basically the DPM that the tank has and the hash potential and everything. But it is still a bigger risk, in my opinion, to take than the E5.
Right. Yeah, that's true though. But then it has a really good gun, and we'll see if Weaker can work with that. But
Legion AMX 50B, 3 E5s, IS4, Vickers, and a T22.
That's true. Someone said the example I was quoting, it was Cats versus RN, I believe, on the Asia server. That Cats took a mouse and just got completely annihilated because he was too slow to support the Cats. The forces trying to rush the Cats forces, so that's why I don't like a super heavy on Vineyards, because large and open, so
exactly, lots of ways to cross over and losing a lot of HP very, very quickly.
Yeah, Legion on the south spawn, they're going for mostly to B. Whoopsie and Dakuda is going for B, while AP on the north spawn going mostly to A and also somewhat to B. Ernest capping A, but I think Legion will cap lead this time.
We see very similar strat here. The E5's pushing under the bridge. Object 3 losing a little bit of HP, getting spotted quite early, and now turning around. Thomas moving back a little bit. Dakazas is in a tricky position. He needs to get out of there.
Right, yeah, the Radakoso is lucky not to get shot by Sinkarvnika, and also Machina Engi getting shot by, I think, Machinak here.
Taking too much of a risk here. He doesn't need to do that.
That's true. But then we also saw APA's forces heading into the ruins. Whoopsie made a really good shot into Macheo, but we'll see how APA is going to work with that.
Basically, Radical's losing too much HP here. They're basically being too over-eager. APA is doing exactly the same thing that Legion did. So Legion knows this threat. They need to adjust accordingly. Whoopsie getting out in the open, getting shot like that. He doesn't need to get shot at all.
No, he doesn't. And look at the hit point deficit for Legion. Almost 2k. Legion would need to do absolutely wonders to put it back, because, they might have cap lead, but APA, they might use this advantage to make a really solid and well-coordinated push. Yeah,
but that would mean having to push straight into Legion's guns, and I think they're not quite ready to do that.
No, not ready yet, but we'll see how APA is going to make a push. But Whoopsie also spotted, he's trying to run away, but he's spotted running away. APA, what would they make of this information?
I think APA is content to hold. Maybe they will push together later. I think they had hoped to catch anyone in the ruins, which isn't the case.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Dakudas going past C, which I think is a good call, because you don't want to telegraph your position. Well, now he's in C, so now APA knows someone is in C, and
which is fine, but they're going to take blind shots into the place that he's not at. That is why he drove around.
Yeah, that's true though. Thomas getting spotted. Oh, Engi trying to push forward, but he got spotted for trying to do so. Oh no. Legion is in loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of trouble.
They're being too eager. They're not being careful enough.
Right.
Marcinak keeps getting tracked and keeps getting hurt quite a bit here.
Yeah. But now Yennefer and Ninja now barreling into the forces of Object 3, Thomas and Whoopsie, but they don't have the numbers here. Is that a good idea from APA? I don't know, but Legion, they are very low. They only have, Kimpo's now neck and neck, but APA...
Thomas getting that last shot in, but before he gets taken out.
Died.
Whoops is almost gone, but he's hiding in the city now. Zerd is crossing over, that's costing him HP, but both teams have lost a gun now. Neither team is looking particularly healthy.
No,
there's only about 1.5k damage between them if they focus fire, but Zerd is going to be taken out very quickly. There he goes.
Yeah.
But so is Masio.
That's true. Look at how separated the forces of Legion are. They took out both Sin Karonika and also Macheo, but APA with 2 caps. The Legion definitely need to kill all the tanks here. It's now 3 versus 4 to APA. Very, very close. Whoopsie, a one-shot. Ernest trying to come in to shut down Whoopsie. Is he going to kill that tank, though?
Whoopsie has to get out of there. He knows that he's going to die here.
Right.
Angie not looking too healthy.
And
Object
Ernest
3
got Whoopsie.
has
Sorry.
Reloaded. There you go. And there you go. Ninja is gone. It is a very close game. Base C is being stolen. They need to take out these tanks. And they need to take them out together. Dakida's healthiest tanks getting pushed in. Angie now also going.
Really healthy. Yeah, I think they will kill off Muka soon. Oh, laser, but Dakudas misses while crossing. Oh man. Legion needs to be extremely careful. Double tap from both Ernest and Muka. He manages
Ernest
to finish
missing.
off.
Very vital here.
Right, yeah, but
Legion has it. On points because they killed the FE.
Yeah, they killed Muka, and that was the kill they need. I was so worried whether the cute it was it Angie? Yeah, Angie would he get double tapped by Muika and also Ernest. If they did, that could have been an APA win.
Yeah, but I think that in this case it would have been as simple as if the Vickers hadn't run away to cap base C, they could have won.
Well, true as well. Very, very fair point indeed, and it was close.
It was very close, but I think that this is going to sound really mean. I don't mean it that way.
Right.
But I think it was only close because Legion was split up.
Yeah, Legion was
too
so
spread up.
It was too spread out, and I mean APA. They showed us that they are not like they shown us they can be top 8 worthy, but they just need that oomph though. They just lack the final third basically.
I think they could be top 8 worthy if they weren't abusing the seeding system. And
yeah, totally.
I think in this case, the only reason that they nearly won was because Legion was not in their usual we build upon each other positions. Usually what you see with Legion, you have a number of tanks in the front line, and then you have a number of tanks in the second line. And they always manage to respond like instantly. The moment one tank is pushed, the rest can arrive there very quickly. And with the position that Legion had this game, that wasn't the case.
No.
So I think that is more why APA nearly won.
Yeah. And on the other hand, we also have results coming on from Mercy against Endgame. Endgame won Mercy 2-0, and they are through to the semi-finals. We're waiting the results of Loka against Souls, as well as the second team of Mercy against Raid.
Nice. Going to be interesting to see what the rest do. But I'm going to it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We have Raid against us next. So we are 3 of the big 4 are through to the last 4. So now we only need Loka to make it to have like this epic matchup.
That's true. We're still waiting on that. Raid 2-0 against Mercy. What's the okay, we still haven't seen a tiebreaker game yet. We almost had it with Legion against APA, but we'll see. Actually,
it's Souls versus Loka on the official stream, on the reward stream. Yeah. So I'm actually just quickly looking at my at my iPad where I have the official stream.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't break your stream though, because
No, it doesn't. Basically, because I'm watching it on a completely different device. It all works fine. If I were to try and do this on my laptop while I'm streaming, then everything would die.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we still have a lot of time left, and some rosemary and parsley as well. I don't know if we can make some really good dish by platooning.
Oh god, we could try that, but I promise you right now, I can't play PC to save my life. So I will be playing something like a mouse.
I'll try to carry you as much as I could.
Let me find you. Because you can't find me.
Yes, I can find you. Let me add you as a friend as well.
Yeah, you basically because this is a press account, you can't find me unless I let you.
Yeah. That's true.
Let me just have a quick look at my controls because I never know this. 1, 2, 3 is
Right.
shells. Consumables is 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I have a different because I mean I'm used to that, so I have a different I have a different control and hotkey for these. So, but we'll see.
Don't make things more complicated.
No, I won't. I will make a light. I know. It takes some time to get used to new controls, but yeah.
I'm
But
seriously, I can't play PC because for some reason I have big trouble with my left hand and right hand doing completely different things. So both hands on the
Right.
keyboard typing different keys is fine, or both hands on the controller is absolutely fine. It goes wrong for me when it comes to having to press buttons to move and then do other stuff with the mouse. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I'm
go
going
to
to-
base B and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm going to go D. I'm going to help the mediums. He needs my
Yeah.
help. Oh my.
Good idea.
Yeah. Oh, the heavy's going there.
Oh god, I don't know. How do I go into sniper mode?
You either row your kind of your mouse wheel or you press
Scroll.
shift.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Are you in the auto zoom or are you in the manual zoom?
I don't know.
Does it zoom like automatically like if you focus on that target it like zooms in?
Oh no, it doesn't really do that. But that's also because I was
Yeah, if you want to
got a
zoom.
base.
Oh, good. If you want to zoom further in, then I think you kind of play with your mouse wheel and you zoom further in. That's manual zoom for
Okay.
you. Right. We
Well, like
also
I
have
see, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Right. Problem is, I think you're in trouble, so you need to be really careful there. I'm trying to help you as much as I could, but I got T57 heavy. Did my line of fire, IS4 accuracy. Boom! There we go. Yep. Oof, you're down there, but oh, the ISA is going to die very soon. Hopefully you can survive as long as you could. Primary objectives is to
No,
survive.
I'm fine.
You're fine. That's
For
good to
now,
hear.
I'm fine.
Yeah, we're trying to rotate, but yeah, if you got rushed, then tell me. I'll try my best.
Then I'll
to
just
help
die.
you.
It's fine. I mean, I promised you, I'm absolutely noob on PC, so it's all good.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm trying my best to help as much as I could. That is why we're in platoon.
Exactly.
Oh,
Let's
that
activate
was
some
a very
adrenaline,
good-
shall we? Oop, now my game is glitching.
Ooh, 1 versus 3. This is not good for you. Oh my goodness me, you're in loads and loads of trouble.
Yeah, no, I am, but it's fine. It's fine. Just come and save me.
I will try. I can't guarantee that I will be there when you're
I
here.
bounced. That's not fair.
Nothing is fair in this game.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, bounced. Oh,
I
man.
died it.
Right. Oof. Wait, you said you died it?
Yes. That's like the
What's
cutesy
this?
term. Don't you know that? You need to know
No.
your internet lingo here.
Oh no, I don't. Oh my god, this is going to be hard. HE shell on the leopard one.
Noise.
Boom. Yeah. Is he fine with that? I'm trying to kill that ult. If he's a heavy, you're making a big mistake.
Yes, he is. There you
Bye.
go. You have 2 bases. You just need to survive
And kill all the tanks.
and kill Leo.
Yep. Oh, can I? No, I can't shoot that. Well, good.
There we go.
Riddance.
We're winning. We're winning.
We're winning. That's good. I kept on checking my time whether we have a time for our game or not. Oh, the T110 E5. I'm crawling my way to put a shot in that E5.
And
Oh, but
you can't.
he's down. I can't really.
Yeah. Just hold basically.
Yeah,
The E something, that one is going to base D, but you can't really spot him. See if you can get steal base C. Get ooh, there
No,
he is.
I don't want to do that because we have caps. So why would I? I try to spot up that projectile and E5. Put a good shell. There we go. A good shell to E5 and should I use my adrenaline? I can put a nice shell into E5.
And that's the end of the E5.
That's the end of the world. For
Okay,
the
now
E5.
cap base C.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but it basically distracts them and makes them panic, which is always
Yeah.
fun.
Would you mind if I eat a cookie?
No, why would I?
Because I'm going to munch a cookie on the stream.
Om nom 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 nom. Just don't talk with your mouth full, because that's rude.
Mm.
My mama told me better than that. You just dropped down before you could shoot him. Cheeky bugger.
Oh.
But you're definitely winning, and they're not killing the fearless, so you've definitely won. There you go. I won on PC. I mean, I was driving a mouse, I bounced a bunch of shots.
Congratulations.
I got third class.
Nice. Let's give Eminet a round of applause.
Oh, that was actually really funny, because I got like 2k assisted damage here.
Right. I'm going to check the results of Loka against So's. Loka 2-1 against So's. Oh,
yay,
So's
big 4 in the top 4.
Nice. And
fantastic.
I mean, by no means So should be. I mean, they should keep their heads up high. They've gone really close against Loka. So, I mean, big 4 in the finally first time in the semi-finals here for the games. Definitely. I mean, you as well. I mean, who isn't? Honestly, if you're not here for the big 4, then leave the stream. Joking.
But yeah, I dismissed the platoon for obvious reasons. Let's see
we
when
only
our
have
next
like
match is.
we only have 11 minutes left. We can play one more if you want.
No, I'm not gonna risk it because I'm.
Okay.
Because I don't trust myself to find the way back.
Right. If
No,
you don't mind,
this is.
if you don't mind, I will eat another cookie.
Yeah, sure. Again, like I said, just don't talk with your mouth full because that's gross. But other than that, feel free. I don't eat during streaming, but I do have like a cough drop in my mouth throughout the whole stream. Just when one is up, I take another, and that's just to basically keep my throat smooth. Let's put it that way, so I don't start coughing. But yeah. But I do love seeing these 4 in the top 4. That's going to be great fun.
What are your predictions though? Like Legion against Raid and Endgame versus Loka.
I'm not going to make any predictions here because these 4, I doubt they will play seriously. For these 4, it honestly doesn't matter which, what the order is in which they will end up. So I think that we're going to see some very big rush games, which is YOLO.
Yeah. But then you also have Loka, who want to make use of tonight to cement their place in the top 8. So, because I think they are now 6th or 5th now, I don't know.
Let me have a quick look.
They are now 5th currently with 35,348 cups. They overtaken Win, obviously. So, Loka, if they want to be in the top 8, they want to make use of this chance to first cement their place. Because who knows whether Loka is going to face again, let's say, Raid in the round of 16. They want to make use of tonight's good draw to further cement the place. I know, like, they are apart. They put a really good distance apart of Mercy by more than 3,000 cups, but they really want to make use of tonight.
But that's the thing, though, because if Loka is the only team that actually wants to play seriously right now, that's not going to do them much good, because I think the other teams will still YOLO rush them.
Oh yeah, that's true. We'll see.
In the meantime, I have one guy being absolutely rude on my chat and then asking who banned him MF, basically, but then the full word. So now he can't talk on my channel ever again.
Yeah,
basically, if you're rude on my stream, you're not going to be able to stay there.
Yeah, that's true, Joe. So we only have around 8 minutes left.
Oh, this is actually funny. Someone is like, why is she moving in sniper mode? Well, that's because I play in sniper mode. I don't play in any other way.
And that's why people are toxic on you.
They don't understand it, but that's the thing. People have this really stupid idea that just because they don't understand it, that it must be wrong. The fact that they can't play that way doesn't mean I can't. I spotted 67% win rate on my main account. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can say a lot about that, but that's still with sniper mode 90% of the time.
Yeah, just stop tunnel visioning, then you'll be fine.
Exactly. It works for
um,
me. It doesn't have to work for them.
that's true though. Wow.
Let's see.
Oh, someone asked me to show the replays, but we only have how many minutes? How many minutes remaining?
Uh,
Oh, thank you for the recommendation.
I just got a sale for the legendary camel on the mouse.
Nice, nice. 7 minutes remaining. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that means the room invite will be up in about 2.5 minutes thereabouts.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah. But basically, what happened with me with the game is that the first 4 lines that I grinded were all TDs. And when you have a turretless TD, you do not need to zoom out. You just move about and basically maps and things. I'm hyper map aware. And that is why sniper mode works for me, because the minimap is my best friend. I'm
Yeah.
constantly aware of where I am, where the enemy is exactly, and all of that. And I know where how my tank is positioned. I know what position I'm in. The only problem that I run into is if someone bumps my tank and it's sort of like that auto turn, where they push your tank and it turns.
Yeah.
That can throw me off, and corpses. Because you don't see corpses on the minimap.
Ah, yeah.
So that can always be a little bit tricky. But other than that, it really works for me. And it has its pros, because basically the first shot that I have is almost always free damage, because I'm already zoomed in and I'm already aiming. Whereas the enemy, when they see me, they have to click sniper mode, start aiming, start zooming, and then they can shoot. And by that time, I'm long since in cover again.
Yeah, true. Would I ever do a face review? Someone asked me. You'll know soon, okay? Hello, Sugar Tony. How are you doing? Room should be up very soon.
Yes. And this is going to be fun. So we have Legion versus the Raid first. And then you and I are going through to the third match round. And there we go.
Third place,
as well.
Third place match.
Yes.
As well.
So that's going to be either against EG or against Loca. So it's going to be great fun either way.
Yeah, either way, Big Four. I mean, I can't demand more for that. I can't demand more for that. Wintermire and Novka, let's brief Wintermire and Novka, shall we?
It's a boring map. Basically, sorry, it is. You have to generally have one fast tank on both teams that is going to overlook base A, not necessarily to cap it, but just to see if anyone is there. If they have more than one medium, you know that they're going to try and take base A, which means that you can push B and C. You generally have a holding party near base B and near base C. Camping places on both sides quite a lot as well.
That's true. I mean, for Wintermire and Novka, you need to go here. Joking. But it depends really where you want to go, because I've seen plays on both A and C. I mean, either A or C. So it really depends on what teams would like to go for. If you want to play on A, then maybe you might want to put a lot of people on A. And B is actually a cap that is very dangerous to get, though, because usually if you want to get off B, you might get shot from literally everywhere. So if you want to go and cap B, you must ensure that whoever is capping B must have good support from you, and otherwise you're going to risk losing a lot of hit points doing so. The push over to A is going to be very popular for tanks if they want to get information whether the enemies are going for A or not. And if you're watching my stream, then you know the positions where you can spot tanks going for C. So you just need to go here. Yeah.
I think one of the biggest issues with this map is, though, you can't leave base A completely unprotected, so there will always be a spotter there. But at the same time, if you go to cap base A, that means that the enemy team is almost certain to get a 2-base advantage.
Yeah, that's true. So we will see. Oh, Moika. Is it Moika? Is it Moika or Moika?
I say Moika. But that's mostly because I have 2 sisters that live in Sweden.
I see.
And it's sort of like the Swedish pronunciation of what it probably would be.
Yeah, because he said that you pronounce your nickname correctly, not me. Is it not right to say? Is it actually Moika? Because
Moikar.
yeah, because from my memory, OJ in Polish is pronounced as we. Yeah, so that's why I go for Moika or Moika, something like that. So something you can learn. Just compare with me, okay? Because I might be wrong with that. Yeah.
But in the meantime, both teams have readied up, and we see Legion with a bunch of E5s, 3 of them to be exact. Oh, there's some changes happening now, potentially.
Right.
So let's just look at raid then, because we see 2 T22 mediums, we see a mouse, an FV205B, and 3 E5s. So that means that there's definitely going to be action around base B, because that's almost always where a mouse goes.
Yeah, that's true though. Will that mouse be I mean, he will be the mid shield, obviously, but a play on B. I mean, this is going to be interesting to see how Drizzle is going to play. But a main mistake is that the mouse could easily get isolated, so that's something Drizzle need to be careful of. I mean, rest of the race team. But then if mouse get rushed, then this is the job of the mouse, and then Raid's going to push the other side anyway. Legion ready up now with Object 3 the E5 alongside Zerd and Vanessa Kate or Vanacoin, Engi in the mouse, and Redicoso in the Wardred. Double T22 played by both Whoopsie and Dakudas.
So basically we have 2 T22s versus 2 T22s, potentially with a backup of a speed boost E5. But with the E100 and the mouse there, I think that there's going to be a lot of action around base B and C.
Agree. A lot of action around base B. But the T22 mediums would be very important to kind of run around the map, and if whichever T22 squads have better flanking maneuvers or crossfire, I think that team will win. So I think the key to win this one would be the T22s from the lineups we are seeing right now.
Let's go.
Let's go and see what's going to happen.
I'm not even sure they're going to be sending someone to base A with this lineup, to be honest. I have a feeling that they might just go B, C altogether and leave A for what it is, just to have the gun advantage on top.
I would disagree. I think there will be some play on A, just because it's like a cap that you want to get. I mean, it's easier than C, I suppose, but A, I don't know, we'll see. But now...
Look at this. E5s are going to go along with the T22s. But that is happening on both sides.
Yes, and Engi and Redicoso going for B. Drizzle, what is he doing? Where is he? I can't find him. He's
still in the spawn.
Defending very defensively on the spawn. But now we already saw Dakuda spotted, Whoopsie spotted, Zerd, Object 3 spotted, Sick shooting Vanessa
taking a little bit of damage already.
Yeah. Oh, JP's taking some unnecessary hits though. But now, Rain are going to make a push with Playmaker OG and also Toby. And Whoopsie and Dakudas will be trying to hold them off.
This is basically like a brawl. It's not there yet, but it's going to be one.
It's going to descend into entropy so quickly.
Like I said, we're not going to have like a patient tactical game here. Look at this. We have 5 guns pushing onto 3 guns. And that's not going to go well for Raid.
Yeah, I
They're
feel
still
the heat
being
getting
careful.
higher here. Oh, but Legion's already rushing in. They are going to circle around those E5s. Playmaker is getting the focus out of the all
As is Sobi. Sobi does not have to stand back. He's disappearing faster. JP is trying to shoot the mouse in the middle, but look at this. Just HP bleeding away all around.
Yeah, and Playmakers hang on desperately, but I think he's going to go down very soon. Toby hang on very precariously as well.
Both
tanks
gone.
go down.
JP is next in line.
Yeah, and then we have, on the other hand, Engi ramming Money Dude 1042, and he's down.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I think Engi's stuck here. Engi. Oh no. Oh my god, you must see this. Engi.
Oh my god, he's really stuck.
Oh my god. He's so stuck. No, he's getting out. He's getting out. Yes, he got out.
He's going to hug more.
Oh, yes. and Engi's going to kill Sek. Yes!
Yes, and now there's only Drizzle. Like I said, we can't expect serious gameplay anymore right now.
No, we can't.
It's just for
really,
shits and giggles, really.
Yeah, that's what you see. Drizzle's now down first game to Legion. What a dominant performance by them.
Oh, it's a shame I missed that ramp because I was still focused on the other corner, but hey.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so good. I was like, oh, a warning was issued to one of the players after my camp complained. So, ooh. it's something that I don't see often on the EU server. However,
but that was a very fast, fun game.
Yeah, it was. It is. We're going to see some changes potentially now. Raid going with Money Dude back in the E5 alongside OG and Sick playmaker in 215B. Drizzle's going back in the mouse, and Double T22 is going to be played by Toby and JP. On the other side, Legion Whoopsie, is he going to remain in the T22 or is he going to do something else? Vanessa K changing into the IS4, Zerd in the E5, Redico's also in the IS4, Engi Mouse, Object 3 in the E5. We are waiting on the Whoopsie. Which tank is he going to take? Put your predictions in the clan chat. No, put your predictions into the YouTube chat and on your right hand side and guess what tank Whoopsie's going to take. He's going to pick Vickers, yes.
But it's again, like I said, you can't expect serious gameplay, so you also really can't expect serious lineups anymore.
That's true, though. I think Renecosa dropped that E100 in place of IS4, if I remember correctly. Oh man, that was so meme worthy. That
it was, but I think he's going to like. I'm hoping he's not going to ram people like that right now in this tank.
No. But that's for the memes, obviously. Right, 15 seconds left. Let's prepare ourselves.
Yes, almost there, and it's just gonna be fun. Like I said, it's not serious. We'll see what happens. I mean, of course, the teams want to win, but at this stage, they know they're solid in their top 8.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to have fun and practice. I mean, practice 40 hours a day. I mean, that includes the 40 hours a day they're going to practice. So both teams should look would want to try out the brawling strategies and also their focus fire. Of course, you don't want to mess up. And who knows if Crystal Cup is going to come back suddenly and either one of the teams will be facing one of the Auri clans.
That could be fun, actually. I would love to have another offline again because it's just so much more fun.
Yeah, it is.
So we have Toby being very forwards here.
Yeah.
Getting hit by Whoopsie. And look at this, we have the E5s rushing the middle. So Whoops might potentially be in a lot of trouble. He has to be careful with how he pulls back, and he's doing so expertly here. Only taking one shot as he crosses over. No, there's another one.
Yeah. Oh,
and
no.
then he gets tracked. That is dangerous. Oh my god.
No.
Poor Nick.
Oh no.
Poor Nick.
Poor Nick, yeah. Toby put a nausea. Oh, he's trapped. Oh dear, he's gone.
He's almost gone.
He's gone.
But he's still there. Oh. He's still there. He's still alive.
He's still there. He's still
and
alive.
He manages to get away.
Oh no, he killed by Toby. Oh man.
Toby bully.
Press F to play respects to
F.
Whoopsie. No, on the other hand, Legion's pushing the mouse. Drizzle, the Vanessa Kate and also the Q is trying to push that mouse, but now JP's coming in to counter that.
Legion is missing a gun, but they still have an HP lead. Well, now it's not just over under. It's basically going up quite evenly.
Yeah, and Object 3, Zerd and Engi holding on to this front line very carefully. Puts a really good shot from
around. Vanessa Kate is going to be gone very soon.
Yeah, he is, but Drizzle also very, very low. But I think Object 3, they can't really rush, to be honest with you, because the numbers don't add up.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And Raid is now playing pretty defensively, but now we have JP in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, Zer's coming in aggressively to try to
get it with Dakudas.
Together with Dakudas, obviously. Rekakosa may be able to come from the backside of JP.
They kind of have to. There he goes. Object 3 is actually the one that does it, but Radicals is going to lose health just crossing over with the rest of the Raid.
Oh no, the backside of Rekakosa. Oh man.
He is absolutely being massacred.
He is. Oh man! But Legion still with the keep on bullied, but Ray's was so
They're missing
angry here.
guns. Guns are so important at this stage. Money, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Dakidas
that could
almost
just
gone.
one
Still
shot.
alive, but not anymore.
But no, not anymore.
Object
It's
3
going to
not
be
looking too healthy
365.
either.
So he's down. Angie very healthy though, and I don't think that's going to be a win for Legion this time.
No, this is definitely
Raid,
poor raid.
definitely for Raid. Whoopsie. I'm not sure if he actually should have run earlier, but I don't know. But he was just so unlucky with that track shot.
Yeah.
But that's what the good clans are made of. They will make sure they would track the tanks, and that is what separates top teams from the average ones.
Exactly.
These kind of minor details of what you want to do to kind of be the top teams, and now Angie's down to OG. Raid got the second game.
Well, we do get our wish now. We get a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we got a tiebreaker.
Finally.
Yeah, we got a tiebreaker finally.
But I think it might have been very different if Whoopsie hadn't died that early. But still, he did more than 1k damage.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, he did what he. I mean, he did give the information, but I think he should have run early to kind of avert a possible pincer move from the Raid. But Raid did really well. Playmaker doing over 4k in a 215B, Toby 3k killing 2 as a result. So tiebreaker map, Desert Sands. Do we have time to brief the map though?
Not really, but basically you have one base in the desert with all the best positioning, and you have 2 bases in the city which are tricky to cap because either you have someone hugging the building on the other side, or you are standing out in the open and can be decapped.
Yeah.
But what we generally see here is mats that are holding in the desert and the rest of the team pushing up behind it and a big brawl.
Yeah, it's a big brawl for the desert area. I don't recommend going to the city side because yes, capping B is going to be difficult. But this is like that's the minor of the major thing, which is to defend the cap lead if you have cap lead over to B and C, because you have a lot of corridors to defend, and the corridors pretty broad. So that means enemies are able to kind of coordinate with one another really well, and we seldom see a win over to from the B and C side. So we're going to see what's going to happen for both of these teams.
But with 2 T22 mediums, 2 E5s, 2 215Bs, and an IS4, potentially unless Radicals changes now, versus 2 T22 mediums and 5 E5s, we're definitely... Oh, no, the IS4 is changed to an E5. We're definitely going to see a desert brawl here.
Oh no, we saw an agony out in the official server. Phoenix, one of their players, their game crashed.
Yeah, we saw that Patrick guy. I think it was.
Is it him?
I believe it was. He was the one that basically drove into the rock and stayed there for a while.
Oh yeah, but I mean, even if he didn't crash, it wouldn't make any difference, to be honest with you.
Let's see.
Right.
Onwards to the desert brawl.
Onwards and upwards. Let's head up to the helicopter.
Very surprised if we got in any way a tactical game here.
Right, yeah, I mean, let's hope.
No,
let's not lose all hope.
We have actually T22s crossing into the town rather than the desert, and the heavies, except for Radicals, going into the desert.
Yes, Raid respecting the wildlife by not knocking down any of the palm trees and staying close to the red line. Really good.
That is a very good point, because a lot of people forget that. But if you knock down a tree, your enemy knows where you are.
And the direction of the tree falling could also make some good information as well, because if it's knocked towards the rails, then you know that the mediums are going to the city side.
Yeah.
While the heavies, if they knock down the trees over to the A side, then you know the heavies are going to A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, Legion has a base advantage. They're going to have a point advantage by about 1 tank's worth of points. Raid is capping A. But they're probably wondering, this was not what we expected. And to be fair, this was not what I expected.
No, not at all. And that's why you should respect the palm trees on Desert Sands. You don't want to give information.
Exactly.
Palm trees. Oh, no, I saw a knocked palm tree here. Sad. Legion. Those 215Bs and E5s are holding at the spawn very carefully. I think they are the spawn basing. They're doing some spawn baiting here. And Zerd going a bit more aggressive. Legion with these heavy tanks are rotating around.
Raid is
What do
crossing
they have
back
in mind?
into the town right now. But this is the
Yeah.
thing. We have Dakadas in a reverse side scrape position right now. And I
Yes.
think that now Legion is crossing into the desert. So far, they are unspotted doing that.
Right.
And I think
But
they're going to push into Raid's ass here. And that's going to be fantastic to watch.
yes, but the Kudas, I think he has sixth sense here. He's running away, but he doesn't spot any tanks of
No,
the
but they
teams where he
know
pushed
that they're going
there.
to be there.
Yeah, so he has some sixth sense, a really good idea. And now Raid's rushing down the bridge. They're going to shut down Dakuda, so he
No,
needs
they're
to get
not.
safe.
Dakudas can just run into the
No.
desert.
Yeah, so now Raid is in DNC.
This is really funny, though. This is a run-around game.
Right, yeah, yeah. But now Raid will have Cat Lead instead. Oh no.
Very barely, though. And they've lost a little bit of
Barely.
HP doing that. There's about a
That's
1k
true.
advantage for
Oh,
Legion right now. A little
right,
bit more
Zerd
now.
missed. Yeah, but Zerd missed onto JP, and JP made a really good shell into Zerd. I don't know. Legion looking likely to push Drizzle and Toby.
Yeah,
But
but they
OG
know
takes
half
a
of
bit.
Raid is on the other side, so Drizzle is on his own with potentially only one tank
Right.
there, which we see, but they haven't yet. Now they
Yeah.
have. And they're leaving
Radical-
Drizzle to go after Toby, which is,
True.
while Drizzle is running his sandbag, Toby is the more likely target to be easily destroyed.
That's true. Oh, Zerd took a really big hit there. Oh no, he is in loads of trouble. But Drizzle's
JP
trying to come with the
arriving.
backside of no. Engi's coming with the backside. Drizzle is down to
Zerd is
optics
going to be
3.
gone.
He's gone, but Toby's very low.
So
He's
is
gone as
Toby.
well.
OG
JB's
has
going
been
to be
taken
next.
out on the other side.
Yes.
We see that JP
J-
is now being focused.
That's true. The hit points in favor of Legion by more than 4,000, no, more than 3,000.
And
JP's
guns.
down. Guns as
Radicals
well, yeah.
losing HP.
Yeah, Redicoso. How did they manage to do it? Like, it was...
No, this was actually, you could read it like a book, because you had Raid pushing on one side and Dakudas was pretty much on his own on this side, and he had
Right.
spotted more than half of the Raid team. So they knew
That's
on the
true.
other hand, on the other side, that they just had to go
Right.
for it.
Mhm,
Because there
that's
were
true,
only
though.
like less than half of Raid's team was over there. And
Right.
now, it's just a matter of cleaning up.
Yeah, it's just mopping up the floor. I mean, it's just a clean job they need to do. How much did we pay for them? Did we pay for them to clean up?
But just look at this, now
Yeah.
they're just going in. It doesn't matter at this stage. They know that they're going to win. They have way too much HP.
Yeah, way too many HP. 7,000 still. I mean, Legion very dominant performance there. Raid, I think they just didn't look like they are going to make a challenge here in this one. Personally,
I think that if most of the team had stayed together, then they might have won that. But because their team was spotted... Oh, there we go. Third place match
There we
already
go.
happening.
Yes.
Loka versus Raid.
Raid. I heard that Endgame won 2-0 against Loka, so I'm going to update that as well.
Yeah.
Um.
That is why we already have the match, because we had the tiebreaker. Oh, we're going to my favorite map of the whole game.
Faust.
Yes,
Isn't it?
absolutely love it. All
I
the tunnels and the bridges and everything. It just makes it a very interesting map.
right. Take away with the briefing then.
Well, basically you can go here and here. No. You have 4 bases. You have 2 bases close to their spawn. Then you have the base in the
Right.
middle of the map. And you have base A. Base A is considered the map base. The thing is though, you almost always have to get that base closest to your spawn as well to avoid getting a disadvantage of map. Whereas if you
Right.
focus your forces on base A too much, you can give away 3 caps to the enemy team. So generally what we see is that maybe one false tank is sent to A to hold or keep or cap it, depending on where the rest of the enemy is. But most of
Right.
the action will be around base C and D, and basically the positions around there basically facing off against each other.
That's true though. But I think recently we've been seeing a lot more plays over to the A side. Let's see if I get the map up for you guys. Let me find a button. It's there we go. It's this. Right, there we go. I've made some 2 big arrows where you can push. North side, you can try push to rush through B, and for the south side, you can try to push over to the northeastern corner. But I don't. But maybe we'll see that because because as Mnet says, it's going to be very brawly and so on. We'll see if it's going to be the case here. While A side, I don't know, like you can get a lot of information there, and you might have some really good map control, but kind of going to C and D would be a little bit difficult because you might get spotted at a very distant positions from the enemy. So let's see what these two teams are going to play.
I would
But I,
expect one force tank overlooking base A from both sides. Potentially
yeah,
two if they have like a pair.
right,
But overall, I do expect mostly C and D action and in that upper right corner of the map.
right, that's true. I got a ping from my moderators. I don't know what's going on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, it's just me try, me,
This is funny.
no,
In the meantime,
they are,
sorry,
yeah,
my chat is
sorry.
going, I think, a brawl at A. Straight into a brawl. And now they're saying, where's the brawl? We know exactly what stage of the battle they're in now.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Let me change the logo as well.
So
Okay.
now we have Loka readied up in a 215B, 4 E5s and potentially 2 T22 mediums versus 2
Right.
T22 mediums, 3 E5s and IS-4 in a 113. So they're taking a little bit more armor and a little bit more DPM on Raid's side, which can make all the difference in a brawl. At the same time, the 113 lacks armor. People ate through it like paper, especially at this stage. So taking the 113 is only worth it if that 113 can use the rest of the team as basically a shield.
And also, if that one free is aggressive, if it's a defensive one, then good luck, really, because
Yeah.
1-3 can't really hold because of the backward speed and also the traverse speed is horrendous, abysmal. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But Loki going for a lot of E5 stands. I mean, it's a Sep Tupo E5s across the board.
But
And
that's the whole thing, though. The
yeah,
E5 is a very competitive tank right now because it's
yeah,
basically the strength of the American tanks overall is being an all-rounder. That is
yeah,
what
that's true.
the tanks are best at. Basically, tanks that can play two roles, and the E5 is
Right.
a prime example of that, especially with the weird consumables and provisions.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the reactive armor, especially, how good it could become when you apply that at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, we only have 20 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yes,
Uh,
almost going
was
into the match of the
that's
last
true.
matchup of this evening for us.
Yeah, it will be. Well, exciting games overall.
Mm. Fun
I
game
really like
so
that.
far. That
Very.
last game on Desert Sands was just hilarious.
Yeah, unexpected as well. Like we didn't expect what rate
You could
Legion
see
was doing that.
Raid fully expected to be rushed there.
Yeah, of course. And they kind of hesitated with it's like A or no A, 2A or not
Where are
2A.
they?
Yeah, 2A or not 2A. That's the $1 million question.
No, that was really funny. So
Yeah,
now we'll see our first Loka games for tonight, and
that's true.
we'll see what they do.
We will see.
Here we go.
Where is Dubita? I would like to focus here. Oh my god, he has
Aw.
become a meme.
Noob Eater is such a sweetheart as well. Really nice guy.
Right, yeah.
So if Catch
Although
a
I,
Snack taking a defensive position
yeah,
to
catch a
basically
snack.
spot.
Yeah, catch a snack in the R2K position here, and in the 215B, of course. So,
Lines of
Money
fire
did,
happening.
yeah, from Drizzo and JP trying to cap D, while Ariana Grande trying to cap C. Ray will have to cap B first.
A little bit of damage being done on both sides this time.
Right, Toby alone over to A. I wonder what he could do here, but he's playing really carefully here. He doesn't want to go too aggressively, such that he would get taken down early on. So we'll see.
Yeah, but they don't know where Ariana Grande is and where the F is. That is why Toby isn't doing anything yet. But now we have
Yeah.
JP slowly coming there as well, so I think they're going to try and cap. But doing that might basically provoke Loka into just going for a rush.
Yeah, that's true though. That's what happened to
And here we
Raid
go.
when here we go. Loka
Speed boost has
barreling in.
been activated.
Dropped.
I'm not even sure that they're going to go for a brawl. They might just be taking the base.
No, they're going for a brawl, obviously.
going
So
for money, dude.
599 and they're going for money, dude. Oh, a bounce to Money to know. Survivor 99 puts a really good shout there. Money to pulling back. Ray knows something's going on and they're going to respawn to that. And Fire 3 there on the other side. Double T22 is maybe looking to shut down the F.
No, but I don't know he's alone.
That they don't know, really, yeah. But they don't have a lot of information. But Raid, if they know, they need to make use of this opportunity.
Exactly.
But now Raid, yeah, exactly.
The F
Raid
rotating back.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, they know the T-22s, at least Loka knows where the T-22s are, so I'm not entirely certain why they're not pushing. Because right now, they're just exchanging some shots.
And look at here from my perspective, Raid horizontal straight line really good, but Loka stratified.
Ooh,
so
they're doing it differently. Loka is rotating back to take out the T-22s.
Yeah. That could be a good idea though, because it could be a numerical advantage for Ray. Ray trying to run away. I'm going to head over to JP. Is he going to run away safely though?
Yeah, he is. He's way too far. But this is also put the rest of Loka at a disadvantage on the other side. But Raid is not capitalizing on that yet.
Nope. They just want to chip the hit points away. I think that could be a good idea because you don't want to. I mean, at this point, you don't want to make too many risks because you have a cap lead. I mean, you don't need to make unnecessary moves.
Neither of the team has a cap lead though. Only like a split second for Raid, and that's not going to be enough because then it will go into a draw, I believe, or it goes by HP, and in that case, Raid would be. But now Loka is capping base B, which is a very smart move.
Very smart move, and he's capping. I mean, getting shield from his backside, and I don't know what Toby and JP are going to do here. Are they going to make some rotation back?
Now Loka has an advantage. They have the point advantage. They have a base advantage. The advantage will get ever bigger, and that's very important. As long as they can hold these two bases, Ariana Grande and the F rotating back.
Yeah.
Apparently, voice has crashed for some of the Loka's players.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
I didn't see anything on the Raid side though. So
Sig
maybe
is arriving at the back.
Right.
And we have Spitfire turning around to try and deal with that. Immediately, we see now Raid is making a push.
That's true. And Playmaker is going in. Let's go to his perspective from my stream, though. Playmaker is trying to put a shell into Ariana Grande, but I think it's a bounce. He receives a shot from Ariana Grande. Raid's push potentially debunked.
No, but this is a half push. They're not committing to it, and that is the problem with all field pushes. If you don't commit to a push, you're not going to be able to get to make it work. Because now Raid is losing quite a bit of HP. Loka has been able to regroup.
Yeah, but still hit points neck and neck, so Loka doesn't want to drop their guard here. And now Playmaker Drizzle coming in to push Spitfire, showing the side armor to Drizzle, and he's a one-shot. Ariana Grande puts a good shell into Playmaker, but he dropped the reactive armor, and Spitfire's down.
But all the same, point-wise, Loka still has a big advantage. Unisex has to be careful though. Catch a Snack now arriving, basically keeping them in a crossfire, but Edgar is not looking too healthy. Unisex has been taken out. They need to focus fire. They need to fire at the same targets, and they're not doing that.
No, but on the other side, JP won the brawl of 1 versus 1 against the T22, killed the F. 3 versus 6, Raid have the caps, have the hit point pool advantage, and also the numbers, number of tanks, but Cash a Snack trying to barrel in into
this case,
Drizzle.
Loka had all the advantage, even when Raid was pushing, and they basically dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's true though.
Loka making massive mistakes, rotating back out in the open too much, losing too much HP, not focusing on the same target. Right, even now, Ariana Grande and Catch a Snack fighting two different targets, not helping each other.
That's true, and Ray got the first game.
Yeah, definitely, especially now with 3 bases, even if Ariana Grande somehow miraculously manages to survive, which I doubt is going to happen, but all the same.
Unless we saw a miracle happen. Oh, bounces happening for both.
No, he's still going to go down. There he goes. Yeah, but this was Raid. I mean, this was a pretty cool game. It wasn't beautifully played by either team, but Loka really dropped the ball with this game.
Totally. I think Yeah, I mean, Raid, that push was half-hearted, and Loki didn't really capitalize on that,
Exactly,
and
they should have done
yeah,
that either which
they should
way,
have
but
done that.
also when Raid then decided to commit to the push after all, Loka didn't respond.
Yeah, yeah, Loki didn't respond at all. I mean, at that point, at that moment, I think Loki's forces also somewhat separated. I mean, the T20s lost the brawl on the other side as well, and I think there was an E5 getting shut down at a very exposed position. So Lucas still has lots to do. I mean, if they want to cement their status as a Big Four clan, they need to show them uh, they are a Big Four clan.
They can do it. They definitely can do
Yes,
it.
that's true. But we'll
But
see.
still, they didn't show it last game at least.
No.
But now we have Raid ready in a T22 medium, an IS4, 3 IS5, 3 E5, sorry, and a 113 versus a 215B, 2 T22 mediums, and 4 E5s.
Right, did you say IS5?
I did, yeah. Basically, I'm
Oh.
getting. It's late. I'm tired.
Oh,
I brain dirt.
Eminet's jaded. His brain just cut the cheese. So Loka, Loka quadruple E5s. Did you say that already? I don't know.
Everyone,
Yeah,
I did say that. But this is basically just the general lineups that we see. These are the tanks that we'll be seeing a lot of, and I think in this
Yeah.
case, the 113 is the old egg out.
Yeah, general lineup. No pun intended. Right, let's get my transition up.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Into potentially the last game of the evening for us.
Yes, it is. Hopefully not, because we want tiebreaker. We want to get some excitement going on. And Loki
Yes.
can then put it back. We'll see. Raid with slight hit point advantage. They're on the north spawn, south spawn Loka. Raid going mostly to CND. Loka, same idea as well. DF maybe going for. No, he's going for B potentially.
We see Ariana Grande going into the cap, but Loka sticking closer to each other this time. And
Right.
DF potentially, yeah, he's going to the bush to spot, but he might be dropping into base B as soon as they know where the rest of Raid is. And I
Right,
think they will want to get an early point advantage here.
That's true. Ariana Grande got D very early on, but JP only managed to get it later. And now Ariana Grande have allowed Loki to have a cap lead, and DF is rotating around.
Let's see, we have Toby at the back taking some blind shots into bushes where there's no one at.
Yeah.
And Raid is rotating back around. I think they're expecting people to be at base A, or they want to take base A. That's also a possibility. But I think
But
they
Drizzle
don't
might be
expect...
in low.
Sorry.
Yeah, Drizzle might be in world of pain here because Loka now barreling in into C, and Drizzle is he in trouble?
Not necessarily Drizzle. I would be more worried for Sick, but he's currently holding very well. And now most of Raid has rotated back. And basically we have a similar position that we had last game.
That's
So
true.
this is not going to be that interesting to watch then.
I don't know.
Just a little bit of
Oh,
HP
Ariana
being...
Grande back to B. Ooh, he's coming B.
Yeah. But
On
that's the
same
same thing
side.
that happened last game as well. But now...
Yesterday.
Yeah. Raid is now also capping base A, which is going to even things out
Yeah.
again. But Loka will have a tiny point advantage again.
That's true. Still loads to play for, and it's turning out to be a dull affair at the moment.
But like right now, again, Loka is on the other side with most
Yeah.
of their tanks, and that can be very dangerous. Raid is
That's
not
true.
responding to that, even
No.
though they know that at least 2 of Loka's tanks are near their spawn base.
Right, bear in mind, Raid has more than 1k hit point advantage. They want to keep on chipping away the hit points of Loka so that they can make a really good and solid push. But Loka is very worried not to drop unnecessary hit points here. And Edgar holding on, and Spitfire is pretty low as
Sick
well.
is pushing now, which is dangerous because the rest of Raid is pushing, but most of Loka is protected.
Yeah, that's true. Is that the same idea of Sick? I mean, I think he's doing the same thing here.
Yeah.
Oh. Right,
And in
Raid
this case,
pushing
Loka is
8v5.
responding better. Edgar is basically being the sacrificial limb there. Catch a Snack is
Yeah.
pushing up. Sig is
That's
going to be
true.
deleted very quickly. Edgar got tracked there, so that's costing him his life potentially. He's been tracked again.
That's true.
And there he goes.
Catches
But
that
now we
needs
have
to go
Ariana
in
Grande
eventually.
arriving at the back, but immediately takes a hit. Raid having expected that. Both teams lost the gun. HP-wise,
true.
Raid has the advantage. Point-wise, Loka still has the advantage. Playmaker is almost gone. There he goes.
Yeah,
But pushing
Catches
against so many tanks is dangerous.
very dangerous, but I think Loka would they have even they still have doesn't have the hit point per advantage. So potentially Raid might come off top, but they need to make sure those T22s need to come in as soon as possible before Loka is able to pincer these two tanks here. Well, I'm seeing at the perspective of Cash's deck or RG.
OG has been taken out, and now we have Drizzle that is basically in trouble. But Survivor is not looking too healthy either. Neither is Ariana Grande. There's a lot of low HP targets all around. But the money dude is going to be taken out first. He's the first. There you go.
Yes, and finally we have Loka with a cap lead, and Survivor's been taken down. I think the T22s of Raid might have come too late, and Toby's taken down as well.
And now we have the E5s, Unisex and Spitfires at the back, but all they need to do is survive to ensure their victory. They're now pushing in because they can murder JP together.
That's true.
And that will basically make sure now Loka has won. With that last kill.
Yeah, going back to the tiebreaker. Exciting.
Yes.
Yes, I think the T22s from Raid side just stayed at the back for far too long, and if they have come in to support, because they have the hip hop pool lead, I think things could have turned out much more differently.
That and Loka was much more prepared for the push this time, and they stuck together rather than split up, and shot the same target, which also helped.
We helped massively, and now we're on Black Goville, the map that is the best for rotations. I think, like initial threats is like not putting a lot of help to that team, to be honest with you, because like this map is like my weakest map in terms of leading. Like I tried a lot of strategies, but never do I have a strategy that works every time or something like that. And that means it all depends on the mid to late game phases. Yeah.
But so we'll see how it goes. There's still a lot of heaviums on both sides, basically. We see Loka now in the 215B, 4 E5s, 2 T22 mediums, versus 4 E5s, 2 113s, and a Vickers. So a lot of mobility, a lot of not so heavy armor, but DPM definitely there. So, yeah.
But I like the Locust lineup more in this case because double T22, the mobility, and Black Oval is such an open map, and that would make it a really good map for the T22s to operate with. However, it's a very big map as well.
It depends. It depends a lot on where they want to go and what they're gonna do. Because in Raid's lineup, if they stick together or stick into positions to support each other more, they're a lot more likely to make it work with this lineup than Loka is with their lineup.
Yeah, that's true. 10 seconds remaining. Raid on the south spawn, Loka on the north spawn. Are they not smart anymore? Are they still smart enough to beat Raid though? We will see in this one.
It can go either which way, and I think that's also got to do with the fact that Raid will be taking this less seriously because of their position on the leaderboard. They don't need to show their best tactics. They don't need to die hard this. Whereas Loka is also solid, but they can make their position more solid.
That's true. For some reason. Okay, good. Let's head up high into the sky. I can't head up. Yeah, I can't head up. Oof. Raid, all of them heavies are going to see. The only Vegas light is going to to get spots up.
That's just the CUs there, yeah.
Yeah, but then JP is not spotting up anything. Loka spread out a bit at the moment, and I'm not sure if JP, that position is worth it to get the information for Raid.
No, he has the position and the time to run away, and he's going to the corner to spot and get together with Toby, hold that line.
Yeah, Ariana Grande
wanted to get shots. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry, Ariana Grande very aggressive in this position. He's spotted up both Toby and potentially JP.
No, JP is not spotted, but he has a bush and excellent camo rating, and JP is not stupid enough to shoot right now, because that would give him away. They can probably
Yeah,
guess that there's someone there, but they don't know exactly how they're situated. So there you go. Now
yeah,
JP actually shot, which means that now they definitely know that someone is there. Ariana Grande
yeah.
not there to actually do the damage themselves, but just to point out, there you go. Ariana Grande actually clicked the map to show that there's someone there. So they know there's someone there in the bush. And they know who it's going to be.
Right, and everyone took a necessary hit there, but his role is very important because if Raid is going to rotate back to their spawn, Ariana Grande is going to spot all of them. So I think Raid might be in trouble.
Not necessarily. It depends on how they rotate on, because we have Catch a Snack and Edgar in potentially dangerous situations. Edgar is more safely where he is than Catch a Snack, because Catch a Snack will have to move back quite a bit before he's actually into safe cover.
That's true. The E5s, the heavy tanks of Loka are looking towards B. Shall Raid make a push over to B? They are there to reset their cap.
It's almost as if Snack heard me, by the way, because he's now repositioning himself into a safer position.
Right. However, Raid still have a hit point pool advantage, but they don't know what they could do in this situation. Loka seems to have a lot of map control.
They
personally, yeah, personally, if I were the leader of Raid, I would be scratching my head totally into figuring out which position to push, because Ariana Grande there will be spotting up the tanks rotating to the spawn. If I push forward to catch a snack, something like that, I might not have the advantage. I don't know. It's just difficult.
Edgar taking a big hit there.
Yeah.
Raid repositioning themselves.
That's true.
We have Snack
OG
moving.
Yeah. Loka needs to make sure they don't drop unnecessary hit points though, because if they do, Raid would have would have.
And now we have Raid pushing into base B together.
That's true.
This is how they want to get the advantage, and basically Edgar and Catch a Snack can't do what they're supposed to be doing in that position because of Sick and OG at the back.
Yeah,
this is beautiful gameplay by Raid, to be honest.
Beautiful. To be honest, Raid's leader is much better than I do. Like I have no idea, but they definitely have an idea on what to do. JP might be in trouble here.
Nah, he's gonna be gone soon. But Raid has the bases now, so they have the advantage. And now they're just steadily pushing into the middle of the map. JP is still alive, even if barely.
Right, and a track shot into Drizzle. Raid, 820 cap points.
They need to steal that base.
They need to.
Spitfire going in YOLO.
Going down. And try to take out Drizzle at the moment. Survive a 99%. Really good shot to Drizzle. Spitfire will be putting a good HE shell. Yes, he does.
The F is almost gone. Catch a Snack is losing a lot of HP. Edgar is almost gone. There goes Edgar. They are grabbing base B, but basically if one of Loka dies, now there you go. Raid has it.
Raid has it. Yes, with the cap leads. Oof. Loka couldn't reset B. I thought they could, but they couldn't.
No, because they had Stick and OG, basically making it very expensive for them to even drive into a position where they could decap base B. It was beautifully executed by Raid, because Loka had the map control, and basically Raid forced them to lose it.
Yeah, forced them to lose it, and that's how you coordinate a rotation. Like the crossfire, especially, you have someone going down to B at the same time. You have someone going to punish anyone trying to reset B. They've done it for that. They've done it. They know how to do it. They know how to deal with the situation, and that's Raid's experience coming into play here.
Exactly. Both teams are very experienced. I don't think that you can say one team being more experienced than the other in this case. But basically, Raid, because they knew where Edgar and Catch a Snack were, and because they knew where they had to be in order to decap base B, they made sure that there wasn't a possibility. Yeah.
So, a lot of credits to Raid for their marvelous gameplay there. Certainly, if you're a new clan if you're a clan that is learning at the moment, just learn what Raid did that game. Really, really beautiful game from them. So, we're going to wait for the results of Legion against Endgame.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. It's currently 1-0 for Legion, I've just heard.
Yeah, nothing on my chat, so I am uneducated in that respect.
But overall, I do like games like this, and
That's
I
true.
like it when it becomes tactical. I mean, I like watching brawls as well because that can be really funny. But I love when you see a tactical move like this, and just like with
That's true.
the double tactical move that we saw earlier as well. It's so much more fun when you can basically
Yeah,
see the thinking behind it.
that's true though. Got some replays I can play on my stream. So while we are waiting, I'm not sure if we should hop into my server and then wait for footage to come on. I don't know.
I'm not because I have to go home to my mum
No
after
problem.
this and walk the dog.
No
Because
problem.
mum is
No
still
problem.
sick.
No problem. With pun not intended. Sorry. I mean, when you are too engrossed into Cloud Wars, then that happens. You just basically say no pun intended, no pun intended. Right. Here's the game of Sugar Baby, platooning with Vice on Hellas. I'm not commentating. You can just
I
wait.
was just gonna say, you know that I can't see that, right?
Yeah,
Basically,
you can't see that.
what I
So
did,
it's going to be a silent commentary from
the
my
reason that I didn't coordinate replays with you is because you said you didn't want to. You didn't want to show any
yeah,
replays.
yeah, no. So while we are talking on the stream, just going to what else what do you think about tonight? I mean, I'm definitely so excited about tonight. Like the games compared to like what Asia server tonight's been a joy to watch.
But to be fair, and this is not mean to Asia server, they know this. Asia server is
Right.
like watching Clan Wars 3 years back. Uh,
Oh yeah,
they're
potentially yeah.
fun, but they still have so far to go in order to get to this level that we see on EU. And that is
Right.
also to do with the fact that there's very little serious opposition in Asia, so they don't really have anyone to train with, like on EU.
Yes.
The level on
Yeah.
EU for basically the whole top 8 is
Yeah.
so high, skill wise. I mean, you have some seeding issues here now, but
Right.
EU has at least 8 potential very strong teams that can all basically become the winner. And that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
something that you really miss in Asia. In Asia, I find that as endearing it can be to watch, at some point it's really just about who focus fires better than the other team. And not really
Yes.
about the tactics and not really about the skills.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you won't see, for example, Raid kind of making a rotation, like a very well coordinated rotation against Loka. We probably won't see that, but on Nation server, but EU we do, and that's
Feast
what we're
Feast
here
can do
for.
it on good days, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
they're like the exception. Because I know
Yeah,
that
they're
Manox has actually put in a lot of time over the years in learning to watch other servers, other streams, and
yeah,
learning from that and implementing that in his
yeah,
team. So, Feast, right now, they're a bit all over the place. They're not consistently performing anymore. But
yeah,
like
which is sad to see.
last twist, like a year ago,
Yeah,
they were unparalleled in Asia. They were the only team to legit bring it every time again.
I mean, E7 came really close in the end, but well,
E7 does
I,
not take things very seriously. I love them. I mean, my
yeah,
account
yeah,
in Asia is in E7 because they're
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
fun guys. They're really random and they make great fun with all the names and everything.
I rem I don't know. I remember 402 said it back on the back in the days. It's a really interesting tank choice there. Or have I remembered a different team or something like that? But remember,
I'm not sure, but they're just E7 is lovely, but they don't take things all that seriously, and that's one of the reasons that they made so fun because they had a 7 batchet
yeah,
strategy on Vineyards,
that's true.
and the weirdest thing is that it worked.
Yeah, it could have worked. It could work, but it requires a lot of chemistry from the team to make it work in the first place. Yeah, I mean, you could like surprise the enemy in this way, but the armor is also the issue. But I mean, you don't want to see like E fires all the time. 7 bad chats. That's also what we're here for as well.
Yeah, it can be great fun.
It can be really, really good fun.
In the meantime, I'm watching Legion vs. EG quickly on the iPad while we wait for the result. I mean, I'm not going to wait for the game to actually update. I'm just going to call it here. Because right now,
Right.
Legion has about a 100 point advantage. No,
Right.
sorry, they're not. It's actually going up quite evenly. Both teams have lost nearly non-HP. Legion has a 10 point advantage.
Right.
They're on Port Bay right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going up very evenly, very closely, because they're already at 750. So that's going to be interesting to see. Basically, they just need to push one way or another to make it actually work.
Right. I don't know. At the moment, this replay, the sender has already done more than 6k of damage in Super Conqueror.
Nice.
Realistic battle, really nice here. I think I played this replay before. It looks also familiar to me. Oh god, he receives a track bounce,
Aw,
I think.
that's always sad.
Yeah.
It's going
No,
up
I mean,
so evenly here. This is
yeah,
Fujit must have been ecstatic just seeing this.
right,
Great fun.
probably. Yeah.
970 over 850. Tanks are dropping left and right. It's 4 versus 3.
Yes.
And Legion has it.
Oh, it's a 2-0 for them.
2-0 for Legion.
Oof. Legion favorites in this entire season, honestly.
Great fun though. I mean,
Great fun.
yeah, I've seen only the last minute of the match. But that would have definitely been a match that is worth watching. So for my stream, that means I'm ending it right now. Thank you so much for commentating with me, Jack.
No problem. Yeah, I mean,
great fun.
It's been great fun. Yeah.
Yes. And I'll see everyone later. Bye bye, and have a great evening.
Bye. Have a great evening for you too. Bye.